Very, very close right there, Ninja, with the drum shotgun.
Very important is checking out the storm right now. A lot of these players, there's a lot. You guys can't see the screen, but there are plenty of people who are outside. They're going to have to start their rotations. Actually, my teammate and I's reverse. Our strategy was to try to get in those spots where you can beam people who are going to be flying throughout the sky using a lot of the slipstreams.
Ouais, mince. Putain, ça a bugué, ça me saoule. M'en fous de votre jeu là.
Set on up near Lazy Lagoon, and Ninja, this is your landing spot that you went to with your duo reverse. What are maybe some little tips and tricks for players at home who like to land here?
Yeah, all right, so there's, if you go on the boat, on the ship, every single one of the masts is like worth 200 wood, so you definitely want to go.
Putain, eux ils sont bien mis. Bâtard.
Probably less than 10 seconds. And also there are some metal anchors in town that you can get for about 300 metal, which is, you know, like the most valuable material that you can get.
Oh, comment ils sont partis rush?
91 players. I mean, have we talked about Storm Surge? I mean,
we haven't yet. I was going to let that be a bridge when we cross it. But
91 people left. I mean, how soon?
Je reviens.
We're going to have Storm Surge.
2 secondes, je reviens.
This is going to be nuts. You guys don't know what Storm Surge is. Basically, the team that has done the least amount of damage is going to start taking damage until they get above the damage threshold.
Yes, and it tells the players on there have never experienced Storm Surge in a normal game, but it is very common in competitive because everyone wants to last until late game, earn those X points, and wind up getting those placement points to come on through. Watching Letwick and Flexi right now, it's so scrappy, Ninja. It's not your normal game where you get to... 9 players left now in the lobby as Twiz and Cover H, the duo, do get cut down. 45 duos remaining. The second zone has just been revealed, and again, Storm Surge will begin after that. I absolutely think it's going to happen. That will be for 70-plus players, so you keep that in mind as this goes on. Players who haven't really done any damage will know that they're going to be at a point where their hand is kind of be forced. They're going to have to put on a little bit of aggression. You're going to see the game pick up just a little bit here. There's Snappy and Red Rush. Already in the next zone, they're more than happy to just farm up this metal structure and claim it as their own.
They're actually very centralized as well.
Yep.
I mean, a really great strategy that you're going.
Ah, il a quitté.
And in duos is to just try to get in the dead center of the second zone and honestly just kind of pray that the circle is going to continue to rotate in favor.
Un meilleur staff en World Cup que moi.
These guys' inventories, one guy just gets knocked in front of him, like going to try to save his team. It's not going to happen. But there's not a lot of rotation items. I haven't seen a lot of shockwave grenades. I haven't seen a lot of shadow bombs. I don't see any launch pads in anyone's inventory.
Yeah.
It's going to be such a, like, the rotations late game are going to be nuts. People are going to get lasered out of the sky.
And Letwick now all by himself in a 1 versus 2 as his teammate did go down. You see Parpy and Volks still quite healthy between the two of them. Over 140 HP for both of them. Parpy still playing the slow ground, trying to spray out the opponent. And look at the material count for Volks, 135 total builds. It does look like Letwick just kind of ran away, but I don't believe Letwick was able to grab his teammate's reboot card. So will basically be by himself the rest of this game.
You know, it's going to be almost impossible to perform alone when your teammate is knocked. And there's the Storm Surge warning. These guys are 106 above it. You guys can see that, which means that there's somebody who has 106 damage less than them that is currently below the threshold that they are going to need to hit some people, deal some damage. And that's actually the beauty of Storm Surge, right? You don't necessarily only want people kind of just lingering around in their 1-by-1s, praying that the circle moves to them. You're gonna see some fights that are gonna be forced to break out because players need to get above that or they're gonna die. They're not gonna be able to make it.
Now moving towards the Dusty Divot Diner. You see Clicks and Skeptic. Yeah, the very young duo from NA East, and you just said yourself, I didn't even know you could farm this.
I didn't even know you could get down there.
This is the beauty of it, right? These are the top players in the world showing off the little things that they know that really no one else can pick up on. Many teams already stacking here as there's so many materials to be farmed up. And for a lot of players, Ninja, once they get max, they don't just stop there. They keep farming to have an excess for more if they need to expend a lot of materials quickly. Yes. On the bottom right of your screen, you see a fight going down in Salty Springs. A lot of grenades being thrown right there. That's going to be Serpent and Hype.
Serpent and Hype in a pretty decent spot. You're seeing, if you guys can look on the mini-map that we're staring at, every single team is now in the safe zone. Everyone is safe in the next circle. It is moving in. And this is just going to double heavy sniper is in play. For those of you guys who do not know, a heavy sniper will take out a metal wall. It'll take out pretty much anything. It does 1,500 damage structures. So if you have two teammates who have double heavy snipers, they can see a team, line up a shot of somebody hiding in a 1-by-1, and be able to take them out.
And that changes the game completely. Once you hear double heavy, you can no longer sit still ever. Or if you know where they're at, you have to make sure you have at least 2 walls of cover on that side to protect you from the inevitable double snipe. And when we say double snipe, it's as far as 1, 2, 3, shoot. And they both fire at the same time and catch you off guard.
There's absolutely 0 time to react. And one thing you guys we've talked about,
ils ont pas la prochaine zone.
6 shadows for this guy, and they have a baller, so they're sitting pretty. I think these guys are in a great spot.
Absolutely. And you see the zone did just update towards the northern side of this current storm. Storm Surge is now in play, so players beginning to drop. 80 players in total in this game. They will just rotate on out of here. Hype and Serpent don't want the fight. And that's Jay now quite weak. With Storm Surge beginning to tick in, Quentin and Lanouf now having to push a fight as Storm Surge is affecting them as well. And you see it just kind of smites them down from the heavens, and there they go, getting dropped by Storm Surge. Unfortunate for them, but again, with not enough damage done, they do fall below that threshold.
Ils ont pas perdu beaucoup d'HP dans ce fight.
Some pretty tricky situations, but again, man, it just goes to show a lot of aggressiveness is going to pay off for teams, man. You don't want to be put in that situation where, you know, you have to desperate and push. Maybe a duo that's better than you in combat. You know what I mean?
Airwax.
And Airwax and Nikov
just... That's a replay.
That
replay just went down. Airwax and Nikov are winners. Well, Airwax at least are back-to-back winner of the Pro-Am. Does go down. Airwax double qualified as well. Tough first game for them as they do go out beyond. 71 players left in this game. 38 duos.
tous les cas, il faut qu'ils soient au moins dans les 50, ils gagnent 50 000 € chacun.
No, with solid aim, man.
What? D'accord, il y a un problème. Ah, il y a mon crâne, les micros ensemble.
You know, we've got to have a gun that can shoot pretty quickly to kill players and hit players through their 1-bys. You know, very difficult. Look at that healing too, though. 5 slurps, 2 slurps, 5 chug splashes.
And they already have a slurp ticking. This is insane.
They're super close to the zone as well. They don't have to move too far.
Yep, and material-wise, look at that, 135 total builds. They're in a fantastic position to make some noise in game number 1. We'll definitely keep up to date with them. The slipstream slowly inching towards where it begins to shut down Ninja, but with so many slipstreams still available in this current zone, a lot of players are going to use that to rotate on in freely without using launch pads or the shadow bombs. There's your whole map right there, the eastern side of the zone. None of these players really going to be into play. They're going to have to inch a little bit more towards Loot Lake if they want to be safe.
Some of the best, I mean, look, these are the best players in the world, and look how close they are to one another, man. I'm so excited when they actually have to force into these fights. The Storm's going to start pushing them. Look how, I'm sorry, man, I just can't, man. You guys notice also, Stinks, man, these players are so talented. It's going to be so hard to spray through their walls and actually deal damage to them. So you need things like grenades, like Stinks, right? Little fart bombs is what I like to call them, to force people out of their 1-by-1s and try to shoot them as they're rotating away.
Ils sont top 35. Et il reste 64 personnes.
You see the Stinks right now going down on Mongrel, and Mongrel gets immediately ripped in two as it seemed like the lobby began to focus him right there. His duo still alive.
Good rotation, luckily.
Definitely has a bunch to, you know, to be able to play with. The next Storm
Je comprends pas comment ce système là. Je sais pas ce que c'est.
12 damage below, will have to begin to put shots down range. The zone pushing as well. So in this position, with the zone at their back, Mitro's goal, spray at players who have to push from the zone. They have one way they can go. They can't afford to take storm damage. They've got to push right at him, and Mitro knows that. Now begins the fire. Dubs just below as well. One of the players who qualified multiple times through solos and then once in duos.
They also have some great rotation.
Ils sont bien mis.
And here's the thing that you just mentioned, all these players who are going to be rotating in, being forced to rotate in, everyone knows that.
Very little ammo though. Look, these are the last 9 assault rifle shots in Dubs' inventory. It is getting scrappy.
Je dois aller manger, je laisse
le
live en cours avec la World Cup.
Combined between the two, they really only have about 150 shots to work with. The zone still pushing. 61 players left. Reminder, folks, this is game number 1 of 6 today in the duos competition. Dubs does go down as a player got that back wall. He wasn't quite ready for it. Mega frantically backing on up, trying to create some space. Will he be able to go?
He's going to be able to pop that start. He's got
the storm surge on.
He's trying to be aggressive.
No more Dubs. The duo
still okay.
Mais ça me saoule.
Does incredible damage, long range and close range. And all the guys, the circle just rotated now into the storm. Massive amounts of distance needs to be covered.
This storm surge is insane. It's still going on.
Finally taken out. 52 players left. And this is where things are about to get serious, guys.
Thomas drops some ammo right there for his teammate, Inclusia. And you see Thomas, that epic infantry rifle, one of your favorite weapons, Ninja.
En fait, ce qui peut faire les limites, c'est les tugs.
It 100% rewards pinpoint accurate players, right? There's no bloom necessary. Your marker, your aim is right on their head. Boom, you're gonna get that headshot. You're gonna get 80 points of damage. And there's now the upgraded versions, the legendary and the epic, have 10 shots instead of 8. So I mean, it just packs a punch, man. It can really catch players off guard, and that's exactly what you're going to need when you're playing against these top players who will literally build and protect themselves when they get shot once.
Folks, there are 45 players left in this very, very small zone. We are now on our 6th storm. You see it's about to begin to move, and players will frantically have to go across the map. Zayt and Saf right now discussing exactly what they should drop, pulling up their map, looking exactly where they have to go. 44 left in this one.
We already got people using shockwave grenades, guys. This is a very far rotation for the second movement circle, so this is actually going to move very quickly. These people are going to potentially get stuck on their launch pads because there's so much frequent building. It's going to be nuts. And who's going to try to take the high ground? Because after this first circle goes, this is where people start to only try to use the high ground.
And we know high ground is everything in competitive Fortnite late game. Everyone frantically moving away from the common enemy of everyone, which is that storm circle. Macwood taking zone damage. Daedra as well. King slowly bouncing on through with the shadow bomb. And does land. Yes, but taking no storm damage, just playing right on the edge of it. Yeah, right on the edge of the zone right now. Will just stay boxed up for a brief moment. As now there's 36 players remaining, stomping the elimination feed. Arkram now goes down as well. You can see the elimination feed on the top left to keep track of your favorite players. There's so much is going on. This is what tunneling is. When you hear players mention tunneling, this is it right here. You move with the zone, you tunnel your way in, give yourself cover, but not a lot of materials left. Only 22 builds, and this zone is stacked. But look who's on the high ground. It's Mr. Savage and Benji Fishing.
That would be your 2 picks, so good for you. All right, I have to owe you a bet there, man. That's that. All right. Mongo, unfortunately, do you still know if Nitro's still alive? I mean, listen, people are dying left and right, being eliminated. More Savage just used another shockwave grenade. He already had high ground, though. The question is, are people going to try to take it? You know that if you really want the chance to win this, you're going to have to try to take the high ground off them or have a rocket launcher to just take them out of it.
He's just so weakened. Mr. Savage just looks up and beams the player out of the air. It's all Benji, Fishy, and Mr. Savage in the elimination feed right now. 24 players left in this one. But 20 duos. There's almost no duos remaining, Ninja.
Right, it's all solos, and this is kind of what's going to happen, man.
Oh, c'est celui-là.
Savage goes down. It's up to Benji, and listen, Benji's been in this position before. We know he can handle it. Nitro's still in the game as well. I just saw him. He looks incredibly healthy, but now taking some storm damage. Benji's just going to try it. Look at the materials. Not a lot left. They're only using their shadows. I think he has 1 build left.
Yep.
That's it. That's all he has.
He's got 10 total builds.
10 total builds.
He's just trying to outlast as many players as possible. Remember these placement points. We've made it into our top 10 duos. Now into our top 8. Zayt and Saf now. Zayt and Saf now on the high ground.
This game.
One of the few, the only duo left. This has a Zayt and Saf win written all over it. Mitro, Mongrel's duo. Was all by himself very early on, still alive in this one. 40-yard storm now getting beamed. Can the North American duo of Zayt and Saf close
Ça, tu
this
fais super
out.
bien.
Raining down fire from up top. You see the frantic builds coming in. Benji Fishy
Top
goes
5.
down. Mega, Mitro, and Scarlet on the low ground. Shots still coming on in. Zayn and Saf just sitting pretty.
God, Nitro just got
Oh,
a
Mitro,
double, I
il a
think.
fait tout.
5 limbs.
Tries
Non,
to
il est
get
mort.
it done, not enough. Zayn and Saf, 2 versus 1. Will they take game number
2-1.
1? Yes, they will.
Saït a
Zayn
gagné
and Saf
avec.
had the high ground and they used it
Je
the
crois que c'est-
entire game. Rain fire from above. We're able to make up 5 limbs plus 10 placement points. That's going to be 15 points. Game 1.
Talk about a monster game number 1. You saw the immediate reaction. They know how key that was. And I've watched so many games of competitive Fortnite, Ninja. They were the only duo left with still like 18 players remaining. When they get the high ground like that, they send one player down to get close. Scarlet was already weak, and there's just no shot. In the end, the veteran players of Zayn and Saf take game number 1. And you know, Ninja, that was a big topic of conversation. Players with LAN experience, players who've been around the Fortnite competitive scene at these major events for a long time. Will they let the nerves get to them? Guess what? The answer is no. Zayn and Saf take game number 1.
Kept their composure. It was absolutely incredible to watch, man. And seriously, these guys have been absolutely dominant in the World Cup qualifiers online. And it's only fair that they continue to show their dominance here at the actual World Cup stage.
Brilliant performance. You know that their game plan is always last as long as possible.
Absolutely.
But the fact that they made it through those storm surges, even with them not getting very aggressive, they had 0 limbs down to those final few moments. Mr. Savage and Benji Fishy, we have to talk about them for a second as well. The European young duo, they were on the high ground. It was looking good, Ninja, but so many players focusing them, the shockwave grenades as well, and they had no healing left.
It's unfortunate, man. We have a group full of these players who are literally the best in the world. They know exactly how to win, right? So if they don't have the high ground, they know that whenever there is a moment, that they can take the high ground out with rockets, shockwave grenades. I think that's actually what happened. I think someone shockwaved up and knocked them off the high ground.
Yep.
But when you have shield like Zayd and Naf did at the end there, and that high ground, I mean, it's over, man.
What a sigh of relief
Incredible,
for those two.
incredible first game. And we're only just getting started.
We're only just getting started. Remember, 6 games being played today in the duos competition, in which $15 million will be rewarded. Tomorrow, we do it all over again, except with solos. So you want to stay glued to the streams here for the Fortnite World Cup Finals live from New York City. Use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Get involved in the conversation. Send to Ninja and I your thoughts after game number 1. Who surprised you? What are you looking forward to in games 2 through 6? For me, other things I noticed, man, you've got to be on your A game. When it comes down to taking note of where you are with the storm surge, those were longer storm surges that have lasted than I've ever seen before.
I've honestly never seen storm surge affect the game so much.
Yep.
Because here we are having 80 people left after the second circle. So you know what I mean? Like, and these guys, they're not going to let you hit them. You know what I mean? And if you want to put shots on these guys, it's going to be when they're flying in the air, rotating, which you also expose yourself to a sniper shot. You know.
Absolutely.
High risk, high reward, man, right? Let's see these guys change. I wonder if the guys who did get hurt a lot by the storm surge, are they going to make changes in the second game? Are they going to be a little bit more aggressive and trying to deal some damage as they rotate? That's what I want to know.
That's a great way to think of it. I know there were so many people that want to give their thoughts on these games.
Yeah, and the first match of the duos competition is over, and the Victor Royale's experience wins out. We talked about Energy Zayd and Ghost Saf and how they've been playing so long together, and that endgame was a prime example of textbook Zayd and Saf. We're going to re-roll it one more time, and we're going to break down kind of how they were able to keep the control. Now, pay attention right away. You can see on the backside, Saf has one angle while Zayd is going forward, and they're moving back over the tarps they've already established. But the angles they take make sure they're covering everything. They hear the shots below, they're putting the fire down towards them, and Scarlet is able to pick up Mitro, but doesn't have enough to get out. Zayd and Saf, 5 eliminations, Victory Royale, 15 points, showing that their competitive experience, their experience on stage and at major LAN events is winning out right now. They say nerves, what nerves? We might as well be playing at home on our own stations because they are just that good. Match 1 is over. Time to get back over the stage for match 2. Ninja and Courage, take it away.
Thank you very much, Sundown. Great stuff as always there from Unreal Island outside.
Je sais ce que je vais faire. Là, on va baisser un peu le son. Pas que vous entendez.
So before we hop into game 2, we will have a standings update for you all at home. Who do you think's up top of it right now? Well, guess what? It's Sap and
Laisse
Zay,
quand
but
même temps.
And Benji, Mr. Savage, man. Just incredibly clutch solo moves and
Both of
plays.
them. Both of our
them.
predictions.
Both of our predictions. And they're still up there. Guess what? Imagine when they're healthy and when they actually get some good rotation items. I'd love to see how they're going to
Bon,
play
mais ça,
in the late game, man.
essaye.
placement points
Ah non,
so
mais
key.
c'est
You
pas
guys
le
did a great job pointing out Mitro
Job.
at the end. Not only does he stay alive, not only does he perfectly use his materials and his movement items, but he somehow finds 5 more limbs, putting his
Les
team from
Français
probably
sont
an abysmal game 1 to
des
top
draps.
3
Alors.
in our leaderboards. Again, here are your standings from game number 1. Dubs and Mega,
les-
they wind up
Sinon,
making it
il
through as
va
well,
falloir
and that's
exprès
because of
comme-
Mega staying alive too.
Absolutely. Incredibly talented duo, man. Honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing what Aiden can do and Sean.
Les joueurs sont pas dans le top
Step
10.
it up in this next game. Game 2 is about to get on its way, man. Are you ready?
I am ready.
guys
Ladies
ready?
and gentlemen, in this sold-out arena, are you
Yes.
guys ready for game number 2? Oh, yeah, they are. Oh, yeah, they are. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The battle bus has launched. Game number 2 of the Fortnite World Cup Duo Finals is underway.
Again, I'm just going to keep saying it, the most nerve-wracking part of any competition, but definitely
Désolé.
is out of that bus.
Yep.
Right, once you hit the ground, once these players hit the ground, they're going to definitely have hopefully less nerves, going to get back into the flow, back into the farming mentality. And man, I'm looking at these llamas on my screen. I'm just hoping that they find them. There's nothing greater than finding the new upgraded llamas at 350 mats.
Dude, they're insane. And they're everywhere. And look, wait, can we
Ah
look
ouais,
at
ils
the
sont
map?
au
Look at
drone.
the north side. You've got 3 llamas.
Et il y a personne à
in a very small area.
joint truc, tout ça.
And many players
Moi,
have
je
gotten
serais y
better
aller.
at spotting llamas from
J'aime pas
very,
ça.
very far away.
I mean, the one thing I was telling my teammate Malachi, I was like, listen, man, sometimes you just actually have to tell yourself, hey, we should probably look for llamas as we're flying in because
Ah
you
ouais,
know,
ils ont
you're
lama,
usually
les
looking
bâtards.
for players, who's going to be landing next to you. But if you
Trop
actually
bien.
keep an eye out for that adorable pink, purple, and blue llama,
And there's one.
I mean, look, you're just going to get rewarded with
Facile.
shield, rotation,
ta,
or
ta, ta,
shadow
ta.
bomb storm, campfires, minis. I mean, these are incredibly valuable.
And remember, materials get capped at 500 of each type. So when you get 350, it's done its job for you. You can
already
spend
there.
much less time looting and, farming and much more time looting. And look at Zay perfectly using the Shadow Bomb Ninja. For players at home who are wondering how he just used it for way more than the 6 seconds it actually lets you use it for, explain a little bit of staying on the side of the mountain.
Yeah, all you have to do is just continue that jump animation. That's going to trigger the double jump. And as long as you don't touch any solid ground, you're going to be able to continue to double bounce back and forth. It's an incredible use of the Shadow Bombs. And you're probably going to see a lot of players do something like that
Enfin,
in
ils sont
the late
4.
game off of other
Ils
people's
sont 2 et
builds,
2.
which is way more difficult to do that off a mountain, by the way.
For sure, as we now take a look.
Ah, il y a les deux Français.
Storm
is
is landing
far,
side of the map, and the storm is very far. Great point to bring up there. We can see on our side, the zone right now basically gets cut off at Dusty Divot and Neo Tilted, and the rest of the north side of the map are in play. So everyone near the middle and south side will have to move, and you see in the elimination feed very early on, Elevate does get cut down. So a tough start for the duo from 100 Thieves right there, as you've got to wonder if Arkham's still alive. Either way, though, Daedra
Là,
and
je les entends pas
M11Z
parler.
Looks like they have
basically
players
down
on.
in Loot Lake, in Loot Lake, Lucky Landing, and they do have a duo nearby.
Looks like they're trying to obviously back away,
qui
want to
se
farm up. Lucky Landing is not really a four-person
bof.
landing. When more than two people land here, one of them is going to be leaving a little bit handicapped. And Yuang in a fight right
Oui,
now,
en
popping
fait,
that
je-
last big shield, so all of his damage that
What
he will
is
take
this
from now on
shit?
will be permanent unless he gets an elimination and gets.
And look at how good these stink grenades are right now. Scram and Mexi have lost so much HP off the start of this one just from getting ticks. The spray does come on through. A third party, though, beginning to shoot down on a Yuang. So another player putting their attention towards this fight
Trying to line of sight
at Snobby, but KBB does go down. It's now Yuang all by himself and no materials left, Ninja.
Oh,
Can't even
no.
take a wall.
They're really,
Okay.
this is an abysmal position to be in. Yuang knows that, trying to fall back to his teammate to maybe sneak
Donc, grand
a
9.
revive, but I just
And a
don't
lot of
see
these players really are kind of hesitant. You know what I mean? They don't necessarily want to push. There is a third party now. They don't have a lot of shield.
Are they going to
So
get it off
the
in
right
time?
play?
They're
They're
going to
going
push
for it.
forward.
Yuang no shield. And he's going to get the double.
Oh, les a la payé.
He's going to get the double and the revive on KBB. And there were some delicious
Oh.
shockwave grenades that just slid down the
Il y a
ramp.
des loups hein, en face.
Yuang takes them down. The four builds left. I believe there was some help. The shots that came in from
Le
that
mec, il fait une
third
team de
team
deux.
getting nearby, which weakened them at first. Yu Wang gets the cleanup on the last one right there. What a swing for the duo. Shot does come in onto Keys, though, as another fight going down just outside the desert side of the map. Keys and Slacks up against two.
Running out of materials already, and guess what? These guys are at the farthest point of the storm.
Yep.
So this is not, they can't afford this fight, right? The longer this takes, they're not going to be able to get materials. They're going to be burning all the materials in this fight right now. So they're definitely going to need these elims to make up for it.
That was
the knock on Landjock.
And Landjock and Punisher went down early last game as well, and it looks like Landjock will suffer the same fate here.
Upgraded combat shotgun, you know he's going to take that. Punisher trying to make some plays here. Still, now it is a 2-on-1 situation. Just need to play the numbers advantage. And again, Storm is about to start moving, so they're going to have to make some plays sooner rather than later. No
ammunition. Very few builds. No shields. This spells disaster, and Punisher goes down, and there's the frustration in the player camera right there. Slacks and Keys, 2 quick eliminations. But you mentioned they can't afford to do that. It takes so much time in that fight. They've got to go very far still. Now over to Neo Tilted, Clicks and Skeptic in a fight.
Got some shield. Doesn't necessarily want to use this many to only get a 10. And he looks like he's trying to take some help his teammate out. No, he's getting taken. Is there trap kill? He's going to get the knock. Unbelievable, incredible place. Bad Sniper goes down, and now he's continuing to branch out. When you guys are in fights like this, you always want to do exactly what he's doing right now. Just branch out, continue to build these little 1x1s with pyramids, try to confuse your opponents of where you actually are healing up.
Skeptic, just 8 builds left. They're trying to stay alive right now. They do have the number advantage. Clicks has time to pop 1 mini, and it looks like they're going to go for it right now. They've made the conscious decision to try to build out, but no. They back up for a moment.
Finally get the shotgun.
Mais en fait, parce que leur truc il bug, du coup ça fait bugger tout.
We take the, oh my god, we got some trap talk
in real life. Did he just take the L in real life? Homie, this is land. This dude's
gonna come over.
But the Stinks come on in.
Stinks coming in, 22 health left, Campfire down, he has.
Oh, and look who's here.
Third party.
Exactement.
NA puts up the take the L, and EU says no. This is the World Cup, baby. I'm going to show which continent is best. Mitro and Mongrel, full HP, and they storm roll through.
Dueling for Mitro,
Clicks right there.
Down low.
Bientôt aller manger, mais je laisserai le stream, t'inquiète.
Gold scar, gold combat, heavy shotgun, or sorry, heavy sniper rifle for taking opponents' walls. Look at, they're just stealing and bum rushing, and that's going to be it.
And there's no shot right there. Skeptic. You saw, hey, putting on a show. I love it. The man does YouTube for a reason. But then also a fantastic player. I think speaks a little bit too soon. Aiden now on your screen. Does not one. Hasn't finished elimination yet, so still will be HP if he can get the full. There it is. Now a 2 versus 1. Aiden and Sean. Look at how weak Sean is, though, Ninja.
Sean has absolutely no health.
Imagine lui, il a
here, AP and the good team that he is, I'm sure he's calling it out right now. But it is also a 2-on-1, and they don't know, we don't know how weak this guy is right now, but if he is weak, they're going to look to try to trade, and there's a double shotgun shot for over 21 white. Players no shield left, they're going to try to put the pressure on. Sean has health, and look how aggressive they're being. They're both one hit. They can actually trap.
They're going for it. They're saying, no, you would have thrown the trap down by now. And there it is. And look at the take from Aiden. The jump out to the side, and they'll be rewarded with shields, with materials. And look, Aiden actually, there was 2 big shields.
Yeah.
Aiden's got the full health.
That's incredible, man.
You see the stats so far in this game. Aiden has done 434 damage, has taken 312, and he's near backup to max health. I know Aiden is a crowd favorite here. Every time the camera goes on, there's a big cheer from this sold-out arena.
For those of you guys who do not know, the Storm Circle is about to update right now. We just saw our second one, forcing everyone out of the north and east side of the map. And also, guess what? Every single llama was found. Yep. All 5 llamas have been found, so we have some probably high material players right now.
Moi, je suis pour
I can't even freaking out, man.
faire wax.
Looks like a lot of people.
I love it.
Yeah, we're looking around. They're all gone. There's
only
one
mais je sais que
airdrop that's left. There's a lot of players. It's very difficult, man. Going for airdrops is super risky, but it looks like everyone at the World Cup here is taking their chances.
And what's kind of funny with this zone, as you see it on the bottom right side of your map, the slipstreams are there to basically help everyone get from the southeast, east, and south side of the map easily into this zone. So if you kind of sit outside and wait for
Mon
players
Graal,
to move in from the
tout à l'heure,
6th Street,
ils ont fait un tas de
you might be
points
able to
grâce
deal a lot of
à
damage.
Micro.
And remember, you might
Ils ont
think,
que
oh,
de la
well,
chance.
there's no way you're going to get that elimination. I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying free damage for Storm Surge when that comes into play, because it is going to happen very, very soon here. We're about a minute away.
Le Solaris dans le top 10, hein, dans le top
But there's
20.
84 teams, 84 players left still.
Yep. I guess that's a testament to our observers backstage. Great stuff to them. Sizlucky does take a bit of storm damage right there. Chug splashes in the inventory. And Ninja,
Like a dolphin.
Chug splashes have came into this game and they've completely taken competitive
Vous savez
by
que
storm.
Ninja, c'est le
Are they the
commentateur?
best healing item currently in
C'est
this
le
meta?
I
commentateur
think
aussi.
that, there's a lot of items that get added where, not everyone is all unanimous about it, right? Some people do not like it. But let me tell you something about these splashes. I don't think I've ever seen more positive, reaction
C'est
from
M,
being
je sais pas
added
quoi là.
than when chug splashes were added. I mean, nothing but positivity on Twitter.
Des
It was
draps
absolutely
et
fun. I woke up to some delightful posts.
M112.
Delightful, just some delightful posts.
Yeah.
Those of you guys who don't know what they are, each one splash, they come in packs of 2. You can stack up to 6. They give you 20
micro.
health, 4 shield, whatever you're missing.
And they're instant. You throw them down to the
Instant.
ground, and they can be used to heal you and your teammates
C'est-à-dire
around
qu'ils sont
you, as well as, if you really want to be a troll, your enemies that you knocked. Here are Mongrel and Micho in the zone, and you talked about this inventory. I'm going to come out and say it right now. There is no way someone in this lobby has a better inventory than what Mongrel has right now. And when you come into this, they were already in your top 3. So they're in a position right now, Ninja, where they have a pop-off performance right here. With only 6 games being played after the first 2, they could be your leaders.
Absolutely. I mean, they were only 2 points away from first, man,
Yep.
and they didn't even win the game. And Mongrel went down early before placement points were even rewarded. So, Sean in another fight with Quinton and his squad. Sean trying to take some walls here. And he's out of light ammo.
Out of materials.
And
That's
he's
a
out
big
of
thing.
materials. So he can't even spray right now.
Faire.
The only thing you can do is spray an AR, and that's not
que
really
jouer
effective
Kelly.
against top players if you're actually trying to take walls.
Oh, the player tried to drop a trap down low to bait Aiden, but Aiden does not fall for it. This seasoned veteran trying to cover his back.
Kelly,
Players beginning to spray on through. Stink bombs dropping, and there's one of them.
Claire.
Another shot comes in.
Gets his shield, that's why he went for the thirst.
Yep.
And grabbed the mats.
Quoi, non?
365 mats now. He's or more than that. He's got
Gotta get out of the stinks. They've got to get out of the stinks.
so weak 2.
Look at how weak they are.
And don't they can get both Sean and Aiden. They got, I think that's exactly what they did. They split up. Now he's trying to take them one by one. He's getting pushed by more than one person.
Quick reaction from Aiden, but this looks like it could spell disaster for the duo. Damage dealt 639. He does go down though. The quick edit.
Ils ont 3 kills.
Now it's up to Sean. Can he clutch it? Only 2 HP. Got
Équipe,
some,
hein.
picked up some
Bah, il est
ammunition now for his minigun.
Après, il faut
Looks like
compter
Space
à son
is way
pote.
more healthy. And obviously there's 3 other players who are around him as well. So what's he going to do? Looks like he's going for high ground, smart play, but he's out of mats.
Un
Oh,
petit
no,
peu.
he does, he does, he does.
Comme
It's got what he's good. Yeah, we both freaked out.
Put himself in a nice pyramid. For those of you guys who don't know what a brick or a metal pyramid,
Big thing to note. Look at the zone.
threshold.
He has to push.
Yeah, he's gotta-
That's it. He has to push. He has 52 health, but the zone is right at
Tu veux
his
que je parle
back.
plus
He's
fort?
gotta go. Don't even worry about Storm Surge. They're
getting beat
446
from the
above.
side as well. Has a shot,
This
and
is
he's
done.
going to be taken down.
Ah, bah, il est
I
mort.
mean, that's just the worst position to be in
sont morts
any
de
competitive
38.
game is being
Match
weak,
prison.
low materials, low health, and being forced to push in.
Every time you watch Aiden and whoever he's playing with, they are always the
On peut
most
pas bien
aggressive.
jouer
It
chaque
appears.
game.
If you remember the famous moment, I think for me, arguably one of the
Oh,
most famous moments of
deux
Fortnite
qu'il a mis.
competitive
M'en fout. D'ailleurs, on va mettre à charger en même temps.
680 damage in the game. The average in the lobby was 80. They were 600 above in this lobby already. Unfortunately, though, when you fight that much, there's a higher chance of you going down. Speaking of potential fights, here's Sizlucky and Brush, who we saw earlier on in the last game at Fatal Fields, struggle to stay alive. Now in another tough spot as they're both low on shields and low on health.
Decent rotation items, 2 shadows on launch pad. Again, I always want to keep
Mais
stressing that.
regarde
These
la
guys have
box
launch
qu'ils ont mis
pads.
trop moral. Un peu comme tout à l'heure, mais plus bas.
Another zone. Right? Who's gonna
Plus grande,
hopefully
plus
get
grande.
those placement points that you need, or even put you in a position to get some eliminations.
Ils ont
But
3
yeah,
kills,
as I said with
les
Aiden,
bâtards.
mentioned earlier,
3 kills.
people going to change how they're gonna play.
Ils ont un
Are
pad.
they gonna do anything different here in the World Cup?
Il y a des
Guess
planeurs.
what? I'm pretty sure we
Ils
can
ont un
say
sac de
that
balles.
Aiden squad is not doing anything different. They're being incredibly aggressive. They're putting the
50
damage
balles
down.
de
And unfortunately, there were just
minigun
too many players who took
et
advantage
balles
that they were weak.
And that
de
was
peau.
the top 5
Trop bien.
leading into this game. You see it
C'est
updated
le
again
premier
right there
aussi bien.
on your screen.
À part tout à l'heure, le gars,
Where the
il
leaderboard is
a
at
trouvé
the
direct un
moment.
mec.
Mitro and Mongrel staying
Ils ont
alive,
trouvé
holding this-
mon grade, ils sont
holding this
3ème du
pyramid
coup.
edit. And for people at home who might not know, he's not exposed right there, right, Ninja? He's peeking through his build. Correct.
De natation.
Peeking through a pyramid, you hit edit on it.
No.
You cannot be seen, right? And you can also see through it. It's a very amazing feature. Fortnite Battle Royale.
What a Battle Royale.
Ultimate Battle Royale experience, man. Blue T is in the storm, taking damage, a lot of damage, and he's still going to be rotating. Rogue taking damage as well. Thomas gonna have to make some plays. And there goes Road. He actually just got knocked. 66 players remain. And this storm is kind of moving a little bit away from Pleasant Park. But once you have a high ground mountain in play, I mean, I'm wondering if it's going to go north.
There's 3 high ground mountains in play. And
really mixes it up late game.
A drone ship
À
that people can wind up going on top of, and those are brilliant to use.
Oh, absolutely. If you guys can get up on top of those, guess what? You have ultimate high ground on the map without having to place any mats.
Yep.
It's incredible. You can't get sniped from above, and you can deal as much damage as you want. Also, it's incredibly difficult to shoot players that are up there. But it's important to know that after the 5th circle closes in, those air vents will stop working. So if you don't have any rotation to get down, glider, read
On peut dire
like
comment
that,
ça
yikes.
s'écrit.
That's a massive yikes. You have to pray that someone
Monsieur,
puts launch pad down underneath it somehow.
Yep.
And go for it.
Yeah,
Just risk it all.
Most of these teams will mess that up. Now, we talked about our Game 1 winners, the team that took home the Victory Royale, which is, again, 10 placement points, the max you can get for placement in these games. It was Saint and Saf, and they're currently set on up in this zone for the moment.
Did they just get the zone as well? Are they the yellow team? I mean, they're close enough for sure. I can see. I think, no, actually, no, they got to rotate a little bit, but look, they got 4 shockwave grenades.
Yep. And they'll be all right. They'll be able to make it happen.
Nico Ferrois.
Oh, man, here we go. They have to rotate the farthest. Look how many stack players are on this side of the lobby right now, and they're all going to have to move very soon.
Yeah. Arkram and Falconer have a tough rotation ahead. Slacks and Keys. Watch them fight a little bit earlier on against Landjock and Punisher. No, he missed one. He did miss. No, his teammate's full. Teammate's full. Don't worry.
Doesn't matter.
Teammate's full.
You know, I was playing with Myth the other day, and he was using a lot of chug splashes without me, so, you know, I'm really sensitive on it.
We'll let you and Myth handle that one, as, again, it seems like some tension there, but we continue to move on in this fight. This is game 2 of 6, folks. The match has been going on throughout the day. 62 players left in this one, 35 duos. And you see Arkram and Falconer. Looks like they did a duo shockwave to try to fly across the map together.
Good teamwork.
As the frantic rotation begins to move on in, more Storm Surge will soon begin to come into play as well.
Jack, I have a question for you, man.
Yes.
Once these circles start closing in, they're so small, what do you think is the play? To rotate in right away once it's revealed if you're far out, or to wait and be the last team?
For me, it completely comes down to what you have left, what you have in your inventory, where you are at, the leaderboards as well. If I'm in a position where I know I need to make some ground up on the leaderboards, I want to rotate early and try to begin to spray back on the opponents to get some free eliminations.
Yes.
If you get the zone on you, you begin to just build on up and get that height so you can spray on down as well. In this one, though, again, all comes down to rotation. If you have nothing to rotate with and you're far away, I think you play late and hope someone else drops a launch pad near you and use that community pad to your advantage.
Yeah, we're looking over here doing 3 eliminations, sitting here with some very good materials, and it's definitely a very delicious loadout. Anyone with a heavy sniper and a blue SMG in a combat.
And remember, he started the game in Snobby Shores with that clutch when KBB did go down, so they're still in this one because
he has that beautiful blue combat where he clutches
this,
man.
Yes, he does, and all materials you can ever ask for. Nearly 100 builds in this one.
See, they're marking right now. I think they have a double heavy sniper combo.
They're either marking double heavy or they're saying, focus this, the zone's closing there.
We're going to find out soon enough. It literally looks like he's marking exactly. He's trying to look and see. Yep.
Oh, they do have a double heavy sniper. And Ninja called it. The man knows. They see one. And
you guys saw the pyramid. This is exactly what Jack talked about earlier. You need 2 walls, 2 layers protecting you from one of those walls so that double sniper will not take you down.
But they've got the tools, the key to open all doors, as I put it. And this zone, Ninja,
it just moved over a mountain, man.
It just moved onto the side of the mountain, so high ground will be in play. But at the same time, Ninja, half of the low ground still in play, so it's not as bad a position for the low ground players. Here's a look at Mongrel and Mitro. Remember, Mongrel did go down early on in the last game. He's got to back on up because he's burning through materials very, very quickly. They're far above this Storm Surge, so they're good for the moment, and there's the replenish from his teammate in Mitro. 64 total builds left.
Always see them doing this. They always split half and half match with one another, and then they go and collect the others. And it's just a perfect way of making sure that you guys have equal material.
Look at how weak Saf is. Saf just sneaking up through with that shadow bomb. The spray coming in from Mongrel. Stink bomb is hit as well. Everyone focusing these players on the outside. They've got the minigun firing too. The lobby now picking up quick as we move into our pit zone.
The storm is closing in, and that's going to be forcing everyone to get into where the safe zone is right now. It is moving in towards Pleasant Park. Guys, this is absolutely insane. 51 players still remain, by the way, in a circle this small. They're just trying to get as many limbs possible as people are rotating in.
Mitro on the bottom right of your screen with that minigun has 631 bullets to spray down with Mongrel in a fight. Gets one player weak, but does have to back on him.
Didn't get the clutch. Someone else stole the kill from him.
Mitro gets chucked as well.
Still have a launch pad, but again, when you're in a situation like this, low ground, they're getting sprayed with nothing but grenade launcher shots and frag grenades, and they're both going to be eliminated, and Mongrel also, Airwax just went down as well.
And you see Cease in the elimination feed. Does look like, remember early on, Elevate did go down. There's
loot that's so delicious.
Zane go for it. Zane Saf, do they do it?
Do you go for it? There's a launch pad there and so many materials.
This is game-changing loot right now. They've got the builds to go for it if they want.
They're going to do it.
They're going to make the play.
A gold combat shotgun too, man.
Zane and Saf,
uncontested.
That's one of those risk versus reward plays that can help set them up for 2 victory royales in a row.
Mongrel and Mitro's loot too, man.
Oh, that was making a statement. And we know that was juicy loot.
They're making a statement saying, listen, we're from NA, we're here to play. Taking out the Evil, they didn't know they took them out, but they're definitely taking their loot.
Yeah, for sure, as they are still above this
still great rotation items too. They both each have a launch pad, both have 2 shotgun grenades, and they're gonna go. He didn't get it though, they try to get both at the same time. Gonna be flying, and this is it, another massive rotation going to be taken to the center of Pleasant Park. They're 167 damage above the threshold, so they're looking pretty good right now. The question is, are they going to keep mid-ground, go for low ground, high ground? What's the play?
They didn't get the full launch pad. He might have to use his own. Yes, he does again, and that actually works out. He hits his head on something, which takes him down from having to, fly all the way up and float and get beamed. As they're going to challenge high ground right now. Zayt and Saf looking to do what many would think was impossible, which is win back-to-back games in the stacked lobby. Just saw Falconer in the feed as well. Arkram with an elimination too. 19 duos left as we're moving towards the placement points, Ninja, and these duos know exactly that. 3 points if you make it in the top 15, which could be the difference between first and dead last.
What are they going to do? Are they going to prioritize rotation in and not taking damage, or are they going to try to play it a little risky and go for the elims? If you're going to be shooting, going for elims, definitely open up to a lot of spray, shotgun shots, AR shots, someone suddenly taking the high ground on you. So it all depends on how their play style can unfold, man.
Many more duos remaining in this game, unlike the last one. Zayt with another elimination right there on a KBB. You got Snappy and Red Rush on the high ground, and Saf
over the play. The high ground
goes to the high ground. Take, will he get it?
He's gonna get it. He has it.
Zayt's got high ground. Zayt has high ground as they go to try to push for 2 victory royales in a row. Saf is there as well, but Snappy just appeared right behind Saf and shotgunned him down right there.
Zayt right now is going to have to concede to the high ground, giving it to Snappy. And he's just going to have to stay alive as long as possible, try to get some placement points. He is obviously a talented player, top player. He can definitely make something happen, and I'm interested to see what he's going to do.
Cease has been by himself since the first moment of this game when Elevate went down at 98 players remaining, and he's somehow still alive. There goes Mega. You've got Darox and Item on the low ground. Vorwin getting chopped down as well. Zayt with about 100 HP. Uh-oh. Here comes Vinny and Zexro. They're trying to challenge for the high ground.
Keys right now being held in the storm with 5 elims. He's going to be eliminated from the back. Zayt taken down as well. Snappy still with the high ground. Zex and Vinny and TSM crew looking good, and they're going to take it. They just took high ground. Snappy gave it to him.
And they just got the high ground. Great use of the shockwave as well. Vinny as well as Zexro on hype for the moment. 5 eliminations so far. They're putting their names in the hat for potential victory royale in this game.
Go down, right? They want those limbs.
Vorwin now with eliminations back to back. 4 players left in this one. Zexro and Vinny spraying from the high ground. It's a 2 versus 1. The player right on the edge of the zone. The shockwave into the air. And he's going to drop on down to hype for the moment. The spray coming on in. It's not enough. Zexro and Vinny.
TSM takes game 2 with style. Both alive. You love to see it.
the victory royale and 7 eliminations.
Look at that.
Vinny's hyped, and Zexro looks like
he was stunned.
They forgot his fries on a fast food order. Why am I thinking about food?
Oh my, you know, Jack, it's pretty expected at this point. But God,
it's unreal.
2 NA teams have taken game 1 and game 2, and honestly, I think that we can all say that the teams hyped up the most have been, but guess what? Mongrel and Mitro, man, they've also been performing well. They still have so many points from eliminations.
Yep.
Oh man, what a great shotgun shot. They were perfectly in sync. They're even jumping and shotgunning at the same time. Vinny, pop off, man. You love the pop off.
So hyped. Zexro's about to start cranking 90s or default dancing in the lobby.
Like he's trying to talk about literally what are they going to do in the next game.
Yeah.
Like that's what that focus is. That reminds me, I've been in this situation before. He grabbed his hand and shook it for himself, man. That's a top teammate, man. Great synergy.
What a start to today's competition. The energy in here is insane. I am looking around and there are thousands and thousands of people filling up the Arthur Ashe Stadium live from New York City. Again, my name Jack Courage Dunlop, joined by Tyler Ninja Blevins for what is the first ever Fortnite World Cup Finals. $30 million on the line this weekend. Millions will be tuning on in from across the world. There's so many ways to watch, and we're just 1/3 of the way done with today's action, and it's already been fantastic.
I don't even want it to end, man. I could be here all night. These games are incredible.
Yep.
And just listen, if you guys are watching at home, you guys want to be here, right? You guys want to be competing. Take notes.
Yeah.
Watch these players. Watch how they build. Watch the fights that they take, the way they rotate. And we'll see you guys here next year, man.
Well, guess what? Game number 2 ended with style with the North American duo of Vinny and Zexro taking it there on the floor with none other than Jordan Fisher.
Thank you so much, Courage. I appreciate that. NA showing up and taking care of business. Games 1 and 2, Vinny and Zexro with a fantastic in, both together, which is an incredible thing, right? Walk me through the just in-game for you guys.
So the comms kind of hectic because of noise, but we're just really good at playing together. Like, we're the longest duo that have played together, so yeah, we just know how to.
Great, fantastic work, guys. Back to you, Ninja and Courage, JD.
Thank you so much, Jordan. The duo of Vinny and Zexro, you know, they've always been known as being so aggressive.
Yeah.
From all the times we've seen them in these competitive tournaments. While they might be some younger players, they've definitely been around the block here in competitive Fortnite.
Again, you just see them, just like a lot of other talent here, always at the top of the duo qualifiers every single week. Even though they already qualified, they continue to keep playing, and practicing. Guess what? They just took a game number 2. You got to be pumped right now, man. Once you win one of these games, you can't let up, though. Again, and that's why I love that energy. Zex was immediately just, I felt like he was just talking about, what are we going to do next? Hey, man, good job. We won that. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Right? How are we going to change, maybe even do better somehow, get more limbs in game 3?
No, for sure. And they know that. They're not going to take their foot off the gas pedal. Folks, we have our standings after game number 2. Where are things playing on out? It is still Zate and Sap at the top. Dubs and Mega at 18 points in second. Zexro and Vinny, with that performance, go from 0 points up to 17, Ninja. And that is the beauty of how this plays on out. Anyone can have a pop-off game and come right back. Mongrel and Mitro still in your top 5, as well as Serpent Hype, Darox, Item, Forwin and Tux, Snappy and Red Rush all there. While Zate and Sap do have a nice little lead right now, nobody is safe from the rest of this lobby, I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, just take a look at the points, Courage. You got 11 points, right? Benji and Mr. Savage, they fell out of the top 10. But look at that. Storm and Epic Whale, 12 points. Daedra, M11Z, 12 points, 12 points, 12 points. All they need is 2 or 3 points, 2 or 3 extra eliminations right there, and boom, they'll move up 6 places.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's still anyone's game, all right? 2 pop-off games, 1 pop-off game, boom, you're already in the top 5.
Remember, if you get 50th place or 11th place, from that whole time in between, you win $100,000 as a duo.
Still.
But if you go from 10th up to 1st, it jumps all the way to $3 million. So everyone, eyes on that top prize. We are just 1/3 of the way through the action today, but I know we've had a lot of fun up here, Ninja. What an absolute blast. Ladies and gentlemen,
here,
can we give a round of applause to Ninja for hopping in for some guest casting? What a great job.
Thank you, man.
Always a pleasure, brother.
Pleasure to be here.
That's going to do it for us for now up here on the caster desk, but I know Zeke is down on the floor with some notes for you all.
Thank you guys so much, man. What an awesome first 2 set of games from Sap and Zay locking down the lobby to Zexro and Vinny just coming in super clutch. And of course, guys, you've been here. We got to see Ninja. He got to go ahead and commentate some games. So what I want to know from you is have you guys had a good time? Have you enjoyed it? If so, let's just let me hear you. You know, that was so-so. Let's pretend I didn't ask. Have you guys been enjoying yourselves? That's what I'm talking about. Obviously, we've got quite a bit more games left to get through, but, you know, if you've been watching for a long time, you know I'm a big fan of everyone that loves Fortnite. It's all about bringing people together. And I like to say Fortnite fam. That's my thing. That's what I do. And, you know, there's actually a lot of people from around the world that have come here to compete, to watch, to be part of all of this. And I thought, what better way to give back to you guys than to teach you how to say Fortnite from all around the world. So in just a moment, we're going to take a look at a video, and I can't wait because this is actually the first time I'm seeing this. A lot of work went into making this happen. So I can't wait for us to watch this together. Let's take a look.
Hello Fortnite fam.
포트나이트 팬 여러분들 안녕하세요.
Obrigado Fortnite team, ja.
Ne ho detto io.
C'era Fortnite folk.
Jag är fan de Fortnite.
What's up, Fortnite fam?
Fortnite 팬 여러분들
안녕하세요.
What's up Fortnite fam?
Hey, 저는 Fortnite fan.
What's up Fortnite fam? Was geht Fortnite Freunde?
冠军等着我们。
What's up Fortnite fam?
Yo, what's up Fortnite fam? Are you trying to do the floss? Sorry, I'm texting.
What's up Fortnite fam?
What's up, Fortnite fam?
What's up Fortnite fam?
What's up Fortnite fam?
E aí, galera do Fortnite?
What's up, Fortnite fam?
G'day Fortnite fam.
Bonjour, comment ça va les fans de Fortnite?
G'day, Fortnite fam.
Cheer up Fortnite fam. What up boys?
That was even better than I thought it would be. Just embrace it. We, as a collective, are the Fortnite fam. Get used to it. We're here to stay. Now, guys, you know, there's a few more things I want to take a look at before we hop back into the next game. One of the things to kind of do if you're here or if you're at home, you've been watching, Ninja actually had a pretty dope hoodie, a World Cup kind of exclusive hoodie. Would you like one of those things? Would you like one of the crazy World Cup shirts that we have? You can totally get your hands on one. Head on over, retailroad.com. Get yourself a nice shirt. We've got some hoodies. We've got hats. We've even got the little drone that's the battle bus. It looks amazing. The top balloon is actually the drone, so you've got the bus that's literally flying around. You best believe I'm going to pick one up and mess around with my family. They're not ready for it. But there you go. There's some on your screen. Also, that Drift shirt, by far, my favorite piece of merchandise ever. Those of you that really do know me, you know I love Drift. He's easily my favorite character. But just some cool things. If you're looking to get some World Cup exclusive thing, go ahead and take a look. Now, for those of you who have also been watching kind of all 10-week qualifiers long, you know we love Golden Boy. And there's actually one thing specifically he was kind of telling people as we were going through interviews. And that was, hey, when we get to New York, you're going to be in my hometown. Let's catch up and get a slice of pizza. Now, I know you're thinking, wait a minute, Zeke, what about like everyone else? Why is it just Golden Boy? Well, he's a Golden Boy and he's selfish and he wanted the pizza off for himself. Get called out. That's right. Now the world knows. But a few of those players actually took us up on the offer. They went out for some pizza. They had a night on the town. So let's take a look together and check this out.
New York City. We got the Statue of Liberty, Central Park, the Empire State Building, and the first ever Fortnite World Cup Finals. I couldn't be more excited about the greatest Fortnite players from around the world coming to my hometown to duke it out. But before the action started, I took World Cup qualifying players Aiden and Chinkin out to show them the Big Apple, starting with PC Gaming Cafe, Waypoint.
What's up, boys? Hey. Welcome to Waypoint. Good to see you. Good to meet you. Good to meet you. All right, fellas, let's go and grab a drink.
Let's go.
All right. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me here in my hometown, New York City. Thoughts on it so far? Chinkin, we'll start with you.
Hot. Okay. A lot of people.
Yeah. hot and a lot of people. I'm sorry, but also welcome to New York. That's kind of the way it is out here. Where are you from in Austria?
Austria, like I'm near Salzburg.
And the population?
40K.
I think it was like 40,000 people in the train that you were in on the way here.
Probably.
Yeah, so,
so many people.
Now I want to talk about the competition at hand because obviously this is going to be the biggest opportunity, I would imagine, of your lives. You're going to be playing in front of a massive crowd. Is there a way as a player that you prepare for that?
I don't think like there's a way to like prepare for it.
Yeah.
But try to like calm down, not get like nervous, not get shaky and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we should be good. Like.
It's still crazy having like a live crowd.
Yeah.
I try not to take tournaments like too seriously. If I play relaxed, I feel like I do better. I remember when everyone's like, this guy looks like he's just chilling on his couch at home, the casters, and it was like, I was just relaxed, you know, and just I feel like I played better.
Okay, so gentlemen, we're going to be heading off to some different sites around the city. We're going to go to Washington Square Park, so let's go and check it out. All right, so now here we are in Washington Square Park, gentlemen. And I love the fact that we've conveniently set this up. I don't know what these pieces would symbolize.
I don't know.
I'm not too sure. Is it like king or queen? While we have this here, let's talk about competition. You guys are potentially going to be facing off against each other. Have you thought about that now?
I don't know. I just don't want to feel the L2 spam like.
Oh, you don't want to feel the L2 spam?
I've watched them play a little bit. Him and Stompy, they're very like, I've seen them play aggro before. It's pretty scary. So if you have chemistry where you can play without even talking, you guys know what you're gonna do. That's like, a team like that's gonna win. So
what you guys are gonna experience this weekend, this is the first Fortnite World Cup. You're going to be playing for millions of dollars potentially. Has that even set with you guys yet?
Even if it's not me, I'm thinking there's going to be millionaires after this tournament. There's going to be millionaires.
Life-changing money.
I try not to be, I'm not like greedy about it or anything. It's really nice to see like people that nobody know about and they could just blow up off of this.
Say I won't, Bala. Say I won't. And I kept telling people, hey, I want to get a slice of pizza with you, all the players, and they all ignored me, So thank you guys so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. Obviously, this has been an incredible journey for you all. You're now on the precipice of one of the biggest events in the history of all competitive gaming.
I'm happy that it was a fair chance for everybody, open qualifiers.
Yeah.
You could have no exposure, but if you're good, you get in the tournament. So yeah, I'm just really thankful to be here, and I'm going to enjoy my time here.
Yeah, we just try to make our fans happy. I'm really looking forward to play on the stage in front of 100,000 people.
Do you feel like the fans and how they've been supporting you all on this road to this, do you feel like that adds a little bit to this pressure?
Honestly, it gives just more support for me. I feel more happy to be here when there's all these people, whether they're rooting for me or other players. Fortnite's grown so much, and I just can't wait to see all the crowd, and I know it's going to get bigger and bigger every event. So,
fellas, best of luck at the Fortnite World Cup this weekend. Seriously, nothing but the best for you, but we're in the thick of things here in New York. So I think we got to get some more pizza. You guys down? All right, let's do it.
New York's got everything, and this weekend, most importantly, it's got the Fortnite World Cup. Now that these two have had their slice, let's see how they handle the competition.
Good guy, golden boy. You gotta love him. You can't not. He's just the best, and it's really cool that he got to go out, hang out with Aiden, get some pizza, and just tour New York. You love to see it. You love to see it. Now, guys, there is actually a dynamic duo that we want to talk to. We actually have Jordan Fisher standing by. He's going to be chatting with Nix and PF Zin. These guys qualified back from the Brazilian region. They've got some things to say. So, Jordan, let's go over to you.
Thank you, my friend. I've got Nix and PF Zin here. Nix, you have been absolutely dominating in the last few weeks, especially where the solos and the duos are concerned, being the first Brazilian player to qualify for the World Cup. Can you talk to me a little bit about the dynamic that the two of you share as partners?
Nix, você estava dominando nas últimas semanas, principalmente para os qualifiers da World Cup. Você pode falar um pouco sobre a dinâmica de vocês?
Eu e o PFzinho costuma jogar bem agressivo e tentar pegar o máximo de eliminações possível.
PFZ and I, we try to play as aggressively as possible and get as many eliminations as we can.
As you should in the name of Battle Royale. Right now, PFZ, you seem to balance out the fiery kind of loose cannon nature of Nyx, who is obviously a dominant player, kind of helping him set up for a solid in-game. What's it been like to work with such a young and fiery player like Nyx?
PFZ, você parece que você consegue contrabalançar o estilo bem incendiante do Nyx. Então, como é que é isso para você fazer esse lado mais balanceado da dupla?
Basicamente eu tenho uma role de suporte, então eu meio que fico nas backlines e ele vai na frente. Quando a gente tem o high ground, por exemplo, ele tem a função de ficar embaixo matando todo mundo e eu controlando o high ground. Basicamente é um lado mais estratégico, enquanto ele é o lado mais agressivo.
Basically, I have more of a support role. Whenever we're in high ground, I'm just more in the background, supporting him. He has a more aggressive role.
Setting him up.
Yeah.
To fire the loose cannon at the end. It reminds me of the very W key in a West that I play on all the time, and that has really, just got me cranking my 90s on a regular basis. You know about that courage, right? Am I right? Back to you.
Whoa. Jordan, it's back to me. Come on, Courage, he's just found the chicken parmesan. Someone whispered the word and he went running. You hate to see it. Also, big shout out to Nyx and PFZ. I actually chatted with Nyx very quickly. He walked up and was like, "Hi, I'm Nyx." And I'm thinking, this guy knows how to talk. So I talked a bunch of stuff, told him how much I loved him. Turns out he didn't understand any of it. So I had to get a translator and tell him that I love him. But that's how things go. Now, of course, guys, I know what you want. You want more games. We have 4 more on deck. So I think for now, we're going to send it back up to Golden Boy and Monster. They're going to get us into these games. So how's DJ Mike Realm? Play us in.
All right, huge shout out to DJ Mike Realm, spinning the ones and twos here at the Arthur Ashe Stadium. Golden Boy alongside Master D-Face, Boricua Boys back at it again, looking to bring you the fun as we have games 3 and 4 on deck. And so far, this has been one of the most exciting events I've ever been to. That game 1 was ridiculous. Game 2 did not disappoint as well, Monster.
No, it didn't. I thought for a second there we're going to see back-to-back performances from Zay and Sap. And I mean, we honestly did. Everyone that was in the top 10 contestant, even Miz and Deja, they were performing. We saw them cut it all the way through. And it's that level of consistency that's going to cut the difference in making it all the way through the top 10 and being a World Cup winner.
What I've loved seeing is that standings page, top 10. International through and through. You got the Japanese players popping off, European players popping off, players from New Zealand. Everyone's putting in every little bit they can. But folks, it's now time for game number 3. The players are all loaded up in the battle bus, and we are about to take off. Let's see who's going to get that much closer to raising the trophy and being your Fortnite World Champions of Duos. Here we go.
Keep it going, Golden Boy, because we are jumping into game 3 as these cameras populate. Your favorite competitors are here. They've made it this far. It's the duo competition. If you were nervous before, hopefully they kicked the bucket over this little break here, and they're back, and they're recuperating.
I know I practically kicked the bucket after Vinny and Zetro won game 2, man. I was feeling it, man. It was nuts. And there they are on your screen. So the drop for the bus here, it's going to be a north to south one going right over that ice biome. It's going to cut pretty much center of the map there. And Vinny and Zextro, I'm very happy that they're performing this well, Monster. This is a duo that had so much success. Even going into the World Cup qualifiers, we all were like, yeah, this is a duo that definitely should make it. This is a duo that, hey, they could even win the whole thing.
Yeah.
Then tragedy struck as Zextro had a few problems with arthritis and different things with his hands. And I'm make sure I'm getting that right.
And I'm just bummed out about that. Good to see them here showing up, man. That's huge.
I mean, that's what you expect of our competitive veterans, specifically Zexro, Vinny. They go back to as many of the LAN tournaments that we've seen, as does Zate and Sap. But anyways, in here we have UN KBB. He's going to take down Mexi. Is Scram close by? Is he close enough? And this is a battle going down in Snobby Shores. So off the rip here, we have players getting dropped. That's actually going to be our first elimination. Lucky for us to catch that one. But there's shots coming in from the Viking Island right up above. And he just kind of turns a corner, sweeps him up, catches that full elim there. So that's his now. Yeah, a little toe-to-toe action here, Golden Boy.
Very rough situation to be in here, but Zexro now looking to engage in this one. Potentially here is going to have... We're going to go over to his POV now. Kind of get, it's a little wild, man. It's like just getting the bearings all together here, I think, for the players as well. That moment where they can just have that conversation. What are they going to do? How are they going to just implement their strategy going into the next game? What is that strategy going to be? Do you mix it up? Do you change your drop spots? These are things that are going to be so important for these players. The time that they can take to just communicate with one another. Now, Scram looking to be potentially in a world of hurt here. We heard from Nick's PFZin earlier on. The Brazilian duo. I don't think they know that.
C'est qui ont gagné partie d'avant?
So they know that he's around here. They're just trying to sniff him out.
Yeah, and if you were in the players' lounge, you could feel the tension, specifically when we brought up the Brazilian duos, the Brazilian players. These guys qualified, and they qualified with heavy elimination. Nyx especially being one of our only players to, like, literally qualify as hard as you can in the, for the weekend.
He was at it each and every
En fait, je le pense pas merde dans ce de...
Every single time. It was so impressive, and also qualified for solo, so we'll be seeing Nyx tomorrow. And then you got Scram. He's got 2 eliminations. He's just hiding this one out. He hears them making all that ruckus, all the noise around him. Scram just does not want to give up his position. Perhaps he grabbed his teammate's reboot card. He's maybe looking for that play. But Nyx and PFZin, they have to have an idea of where he's going to be located here.
Yeah, he does not want to give up his position here. He's actually just hiding in the basement right now, hoping that these guys just kind of blow by like dust in the wind right here. As Nyx and PFZin, they think it's clear. They think it's all good because they came in and they just wrapped up one of the other players. They actually didn't initiate the battle against Mexi and Scram here. So Scram might just get lucky and be able to kind of sneak on by as he hears this powerhouse duo, this Brazilian duo, kind of loot their way through and make their way to the zone soon.
And loot they definitely will, because they're getting a lot of resources out of this. Scram over, he's going to play that overlook position. Getting challenged there and trying to use that advantage from the download, a little bit of that right hand, right? Just see if you can get a peek in there. Does get tagged up, Crims. Guy does back away there, does manage to build out. And Spades is gonna force him out. There you go. So they're just right now playing for that positioning, and I like the fact that they're using these the natural high grounds, right? Get to the top, hold it down. Don't really focus too much on just trying to get in their face quite yet. Give yourself that moment of opportunity.
Et si t'arrives pas, je te le dirai.
And then going for the engagement.
Yeah, absolutely. The best duos will try their best to isolate their opponents, really force them into, very weird situations like this, force the 1v1s, and hopefully get those free shots, and then pursue the push here. So again, look at how now they're split up again. So Spades and Crims are doing a great job here, pressuring and isolating their opponents right now. And so far, they're definitely dictating the pace of battle here.
Yeah,
that's what they want to continue to do.
They're suffocating them. Plain and simple, right? Not let them get any kind of movement there. I mean, Jamside and 7SSK7, they're looking, they're having a conversation of what the play is. What is the movement going to be? But Crimson Spades not going to allow them that opportunity to breathe. That's going to be the down there. Crims managing to knock down Jamside. He's looking for 7SSK7 around the corner. And that's going to be the elimination registered. Both players are going to be out of there. And a big win there for Crimson Spades.
What a clean push right there. Crimson Spades have so much to prove here, because when they qualified, they were kind of looked down and like, wait a second, was it luck? Was it not? No, they're here to show it off.
Ça commence par un H, ça finit par un O. En 4 lettres.
We saw them have a great game 1, came out top 10, and they're still in the running. They're in about the top 10 right now as well, based off of eliminations. Not necessarily picking up too many placement points. They're heavily dependent on just piping up these players at these points of interest. And looks like Lucky Land is theirs right now.
And they'll have that.
Commence par un.
Let's see.
Attends.
It isn't Daedra. They linger
2
about it.
secondes.
How
I love the fact that you go to this hot spot here, so there is going to be a bunch of free items that you're going to be able to pick up on. Also, you're going to have that circle advantage. It's right there, so you don't got to worry too much. You can continue to focus on looting. High ground has been lost, though. Miz needs to be careful. Where's Daydrad? He's going to be right next to him, trying to get these angles.
So what they have to do, they have to stick together. Looking for the sound cues right here. Can they find their opponent? Catch a nice little low ground
La
piece right
première
here.
lettre et la dernière.
Low ground is definitely underrated if you can just kind of peek
Ouais, un
out.
O et un H.
Catch a big shot, you.
Première
You're
O,
almost guaranteed a
dernière.
headshot.
Non.
It's a big multiplier.
Première H,
Players
dernière.
don't really think about that, right? Like you always see Fortnite
Oh,
players
le
go
les
after
Français
high
là,
ground.
ils
That's
inscrivent
the
en
bread and butter
fight.
for a lot of players that play this game. But you
Si je dis la deuxième lettre, c'est trop facile.
pay dividends for you.
C'est en
You know how
4
to take
lettres.
advantage of that positioning and maybe some overzealous players to try and get aggressive on you. You got Gustavo along with Wishy.
I'm actually very interested to see if Gustavo's going to lead this push here, because specifically between these two players right here, this duo, this Brazilian duo, Gustavo doesn't necessarily lead the pushes. It's Wishy. Wishy's the aggressive one here, so he has the ultimate high. He's always looking for the shot. What are they going to do? It's just a nice standoff.
Yeah, and that's this
Oh, la
whole
tête qu'il a.
event, right? The players have
Lui, il joue
just
trop
been
fort avec.
very cautious about what they want to do. They are not trying to get too
Non.
aggressive in these fights. They know what's on the line here. Millions in prizing is on the line. You do not want to make a bad decision. Be one of those teams that are eliminated out early
Ça commence par un
Gustavo's going to be
H.
putting shots down.
Après c'est un U.
Focusing this player, forcing him to actually build up.
Et
He
ça
has no
finit
build
par
to
un
work with as well.
O.
19 HP
Ou
remaining.
la dernière
And just
lettre.
a hope and a
Enfin,
prayer, but
l'avant-dernière.
unfortunately for him, that was
Lui,
not going to be
va
enough
mourir.
there. Gustavo's out. Wishy isn't going to happen for him either. And Miz, he's feeling it. That's going to be 2 elims for this duo.
You gotta love the snarky little smirk right
Je
there
l'ai
on his
pensé.
face when you get
Ouais,
those
comme
2
ça, trop.
points. Feels so good.
It's really good.
D'accord.
Feels really good. And then Volks and Parpy. And look at this. Parpy actually dealing with this battle. And this other player that actually got the high ground against him was focus firing on Volks. Parpy pushing back here. I wonder, you get split up like this, but Volks and Parpy, they love playing a very aggressive style. They'll get in your face. They'll box you out if they need to.
Yeah, without a doubt, this duo was unmatched when it came down to eliminations in the qualifying rounds. They had the most, actually, and even pulled off a consecutive 5 victories in 8 games to qualify for one of the weekends. Volks and Parpy, another kind of reference to Game 1. They had a great Game 1. We saw them picking up duos, but we haven't seen them necessarily make it through the end game. All they have to do is kind of slow it down here, and that's what they're trying to do, but being split up is terrible.
Also, in the distance, I just want to make note, Wolfie's a very aggro controller player. He's another one. I think that we've seen a fun mixture of players that look to get that safe approach to the game, and others that just want to take early fights, get some points early on, because maybe they're playing that early game strategy rather than like focusing so hard. Like if you get late game, that's great. You do want to rack up a few eliminations. Look how low the points are that have been thus far in games 1 and 2. Get yourself a few elims and then maybe manage to make it to that top 15, which is very hard given how many players have stayed alive in this game. Games 1 and 2, we were at what, like circle 5 or circle 5, I think. We're sitting at like 45, 46 players. They're just waiting for movement.
Yeah, and that's where that storm surge kicks in, right? Does damage to players. That's dealing back. Crew and Chap was one of my picks to watch. Had sort of been struggling in the format so far. I guess when the real pressure's on, the environment shifts, right? Everything changes.
That's right. Everything changes here, and Crew does manage to get that shot off, or attempted to, with that tactical shotgun. It was not going to get the connection necessary there, but it did put the fear in the player to have to back away. Both players, well, respecting the space from one another. The stinkers come out. Crew and Chapix having to get out of there, and
c'est bien ce que t'as fait là, Michel.
Oui, Michel. Didn't see the purple over their bodies there, but they were able to fly on out of that fight. Could have gotten real risky for them.
I was going to say, that was a respectful disengage. You only got 6 games here, 2 of which have happened.
Yeah,
they
right.
need big performances. They have to push towards placement and endgame. So good on them to kind of back up. And when you have stinkers, there's no defense against it. You get chunked down right through your build. It really is annoying to go against. And speaking about the stinkers here. Epic Whales under pressure right now.
Oui, il y a la
It's just
vitalité
gonna
aussi
chunk
qui
him
joue.
down. They
Et
force
je
him
crois que
off
c'est
of the campfire.
j'ai pas vu.
We'll see if he returns to it. Yep,
Bam,
there you go.
bam,
Yeah, you're
bam,
only going to get so much time with that
baram,
campfire.
baram.
Epic Whale, along with 40R Storm.
Tu peux me dire, c'est quoi déjà le live que tu m'as dit de regarder?
Week 10 qualified duo. Last moment you could possibly have it happen, and they managed to pull it off. Maybe this could be the game for them.
Ouais,
Another dominating duo in the scene, Airwalks and Nikov.
Je pense avoir... Ah ben voilà, Nikov et Airwalks.
Winning the Pro-Am yesterday 2 times now.
Oui, mais leur truc il bouge pas du tout et nous, Feta il bouge à mort.
It's not going to be a cakewalk, and he
Oh,
knows
les
that
mecs
it
jouent à
hasn't been the
tourelle.
best run thus far for Airwalks and Nikov.
Yeah, and it was their last final games there. Notice the
Ah
text
ouais.
right there. The fast track Airwalks and Nikov qualified for
Et
the
c'est un
Fortnite
pote à
World
toi,
Cup. Their final 7
Nation,
games.
je sais pas quoi là.
That's intense. They were struggling so close on the cusp every single weekend, so close to qualifying.
Yes.
If it was 5 placements, they were 6 or so like that. It was that close for them. But jumping in here, Crew is going to put
Lui il
some
est comme
pressure
ça
down, and
tranquille,
it
pour
looks
lui
like
ça
his
c'est
teammate
un kill
has been traded
normal.
out as well. He's
Qui
already gone.
des joueurs
Also
pro et
going to
tout
see
ça
some
et ils s'en foutent.
eliminations over in the feed as well. You got Crew who just cleaned up on Volks, but Septic took out X-Mend. And then I think I saw XXM pop up there on the receiving end of a shot there, so we'll be out of the action as well. Crew by himself has one
Ouais, les deux
elimination.
grosses.
Going to be looking
Ça
to
m'attend.
get as many points as possible. Now we're going to be sitting with 40 duos left alive. We're going into the next circle
Bon, les
here
Balkans,
in
c'est
just a little bit. It's going to start to collapse. Salty Springs is going to be the point of
On peut pas avoir
interest
un
for
classement
all
là?
of our players here. Got a lot of bodies that are going to be lingering outside.
Super.
Some that
C'est
are even as
gaming.
far out as Dusty Divot, like on the northern end of
Super.
it, sticking around there. So maybe trying to get some last minute loot, perhaps.
Super.
We'll have to see.
Here is Parpy looking for that peak. Volks and Parpy always tend to stay together, but wait a second, that was a tricky little shockwave right there. He did try to sneak his way into the build. He takes the wall. What are you going to do with it? Crew still looking for the replacement here. He gets it on land, takes the wall. 184! Crew's excitement, you can feel it from here. That was a huge shot. With the new tactical shotgun, the legendary.
That's right. When you're feeling it, man. He went right for the fight. Ambitious, the young player there from Sweden, 15 years of age, man, and he's playing for millions of dollars. So many of these players.
Attends 2 secondes,
It's
je vais regarder
just
son
young ones. We have a lot of young fans here in the arena today. Maybe next year this could be them. Then you got a few of the veterans. Sexro, Vinny, saw Nate Hill, as well as Funk.
Attends 2 secondes, je repars sur mon live.
There in the corner of the screen. And back over to our game 2 winners, Sexro and Vinny. No eliminations to their name
Je l'ai
thus
vu.
far.
C'est un pote de toi, c'est
Mentioned
qui?
Wolfie's aggro controller player. He went right for Nyx and just take him out on
Maison
that one.
rouge. Bâtard, ils ont la maison rouge. Elle est immense quand tu casses tout.
More highlights before the weekend's over. Touch base with him. He's a
Moi,
great
c'est d'avoir la
kid,
maison bleue.
definitely enthusiastic about
Ok,
being
j'avoue.
here at the World Cup, and he feels totally prepared. He's ready to represent. He's one of the few controller players to actually qualify for this weekend. This is a big weekend for a lot of players, obviously, clearly. Here you have Cease and Elevate. They have not. They haven't found the rhythm.
They've been a little quiet, man. They won WSOE, a great duo that has had success in the past, but this has just not been their game so far. Got to get something to turn it around. The talent is certainly there. I think I saw someone on the Fortnite competitive Reddit mention, why is no one talking about Cease and Elevate? And I think it's just important to note that in order for us to talk about it, they got to start doing some things. And I think games 1 and 2 has not been their game.
Yeah, and I mean, we were there in the warm-up rounds. A lot of players were not necessarily revealing strategy, but whoa, that's a huge shot on Zip right there as Mitro sends one flying down the field right there.
Sent him packing. Dear me. All right, so back into the action at hand. We're going to have 36 duos left in this. Notable names, obviously, Mega and Dubs. Benji Fishy, Mr. Savage. A lot of people in the crowd popped for Benji Fisher when he walked out, as well as Mr. Savage.
Ah oui,
Do
Savage.
reason this is a stupendous duo.
En fait, c'est compliqué de tuer Savage, de faire contre Savage. t'es mis trop long Graal.
Big shot right
Trop
there. These
compliqué.
double snipes. You gotta be careful. There's no standing still in a box here because you might eat one right there. They line up another.
En vrai, un barrette, il a
Not
touché
quite successful
150.
that time around, but hey,
Ça
all
pique.
damage matters. Storm Surge, you want to be dealing damage. You cannot stay idle. There are no free passes at the World Cup.
Mais ça pour eux, ça c'était normal, mais que de faire des lignes comme ça. Mais bon, c'est improbable, j'ai jamais fait une game à autant de personnages. Même peut-être il faut un peu rush, mais jamais fait autant. Et pourquoi il fait aussi haut? Il se paraît aligné sur quoi d'autre?
Yeah,
that was going to be Fwexy.
And that was such a sneaky ambush right there. He used the shadow bomb, pushed up. Notice Benji was kind of overpeaking, harassing players with that sniper. You cannot hold down scope right there. He ate a shotgun to the face, and that's why Benji goes down. I love what Savage did here. He just went for high ground. He had to immediately get out of there and leave his duo behind. So what can Mr. Savage do? One of the best mechanical players here today. What can he do by himself?
It's not going to be easy. Not with a lobby like this. At this point in time, he's really just looking to play the keep away game. Maybe he can pick off a player with that heavy sniper, get an elimination for himself. They only have 1 point right now, and they're nowhere near getting placement points currently. But he's still looking to harass some players. Put some pressure on him. Now you see that happen. Half outside. Two duels are going to be inside of there, so everyone's going to have to start to move over
Mais t'as pas à
to
toi,
that east side. It's going to be
là.
a struggle for so many players. They're starting to make the moves right now. They want to try and gatekeep, prevent these players from getting inside.
This is a team we want to watch right now during this rotation. Mongrel and Mitro, they are masters at executing, especially when they have mobility like this to cut across the field. They are on the hunt right now, and there's no reason for them to rush. Once they spot out someone, they're gonna pounce. They're gonna jump on that target.
Yeah, they're gonna wait for you to make that mistake. And with the nerves at an all-time high here, players are certainly going to make that error in judgment.
Tu fais la forme en point?
When we were looking at players just getting warmed up, so much at stake here. But there's the launch pad. It's going to go out now.
Attends, regarde. Ah ouais. C'est elle? C'est Elume. Et tu veux faire quoi avec elle? Tu veux que je fasse la forme en point? Ok, on va faire la forme en point. Mais en même temps, je mettrai le truc en bas. Allô?
Yo.
Ouais.
Ouais, allô. C'est Raouf mec qui m'a dit ton pseudo.
Ok, ouais, je sais. Raouf il m'a dit de faire la forme en point. De faire la forme en point.
90 et m'a tué. Ah, ok, ouais. On fait quoi?
Il m'a dit de faire du fort d'empoigne.
Un fort d'empoigne, on peut pas faire de la duo s'il te plaît?
Ok, bah vas-y.
T'as-tu un skin?
Non, je pense que non.
Pas grave. De toute manière, c'est pas le skin qui fait la force.
Je sais.
Bon, moi j'ai acheté des skins parce que je suis à moitié plus long. Mais... Ben, pas tant que ça finalement.
Raouf il me dit non, pas yo.
T'as combien d'abos?
J'en ai 15.
Ok, je pourrais te faire une pub, j'en ai... Vas-y, s'il te plaît, attends, je te le montre après. J'en ai à peu près 27, 28.
Non, t'en as 30 ans, je crois.
30? Ou au moins que ça.
Non, t'en as 30 ans.
Quoi, 30? Déjà? Mais non. Non, je n'ai pas 30, là. Attends, je vais aller vérifier. Juste un abo, thanks. On va où? Non, j'ai pas les 20 abonnés. Non, j'ai 28 abonnés puis j'ai 32 vidéos. Voilà. Bon, on va... Moi, je dis, on se fait un lieu tranquille puis on rush après.
Ok,
Lonely Lodge.
Tu prends quelle maison?
Bah, peu importe, hein. On m'en fout un peu tant que j'ai du loot.
Moi, je vais à la tour.
Moi, je vais là parce que je viens de voir un beau petit pompe.
Par contre, ça fait bugger.
Quoi ça?
Tu bugs pas, toi?
Vas-y, bye, à demain. À demain, mon pseudo est... En tout cas, mon pseudo... J'ai pas le goût de prononcer.
Ah ouais, t'inquiète.
Tu vois un pompe...
Moi, je veux bien un pompe.
Je sais pas comment dire, là, mais tu veux un pompe? Pompe chasseur vert, voilà. Raouf, mec, il est sur ton live?
Non, il est parti. Je pense qu'il peut aller sur...
Demain, tu live? Ouais, demain, je suis live.
Attends. Voilà, c'est mieux. C'est mieux. J'entends bien le jeu.
Monsieur, un petit snipe.
J'ai les pires armes du jeu. Ah, mais c'est bon, Enfin, c'est des armes que j'aime pas.
Ok, à plus alors. Ciao. Appelle-moi Lucas. Ok, Lucas. C'est bizarre à appeler son abonné de même, mais ok. Ouais, j'accepte après.
Ok, y a Raouf, il me dit de te demander si tu peux t'abonner à ma chaîne.
Si je me suis abonné à ta chaîne? Non, mais je le ferai après la game. T'as un peu. Je vais te donner des balles.
Non, t'inquiète, hein, j'ai le temps. Tu veux une mini-faute?
Ouais, s'il te plaît.
Merci. T'as des balles de roquettes?
Bah, abonne-toi à lui. Ouais, je vais m'abonner. Quoi?
T'as des roquettes? Balles de roquettes?
Non.
Non.
Yo, Maëldi. Salut, ça va, ça fait longtemps. Ouais, toi, ça va? Amuse-toi avec lui. Ouais, bye, Raouf.
En fait, il fait des allers-retours.
Ouais, il va sur ton live, il vient sur mon live.
Il vient de me dire ça. Ouais, bye.
Ok, bye. Bye, Raouf.
Il fait des allers-retours. Ah, j'ai des splatchs.
Attends-moi, s'il te plaît.
Ouais, t'inquiète. On les met tout de suite ou après?
Bah, les requêtes. Putain.
Merci.
On aurait pu le garder pour tantôt si on en avait besoin, mais...
C'est pas grave.
T'as fait tous les défis? Ouais, j'ai fait tous les défis. Il était facile les défis pour la pioche avec la partie de gâteau.
Tu les fais en 5-10 minutes les défis.
Moi je l'ai fait en même pas... j'ai fait peut-être en 6 games. Même pas. On va chercher une bulle puis on décampe.
Vas-y, vas-y. T'as qu'à prendre des gâteaux si tu veux.
Ouais. Je vais prendre les gâteaux. Bon, j'ai déjà fait.
Comme ça, tu te mets full shield. Oh là-bas, il y a un lama. Je vais le chercher.
Ouais, on va peut-être le chercher, mais moi je les jaune, hein, parce que.
Si tu veux, pour passer des balles et tout ça, si tu veux.
Non, c'est correct, j'ai assez de balles.
Oh, par contre, je bug.
T'as fait toi, ah oui, attends, je vais rejoindre ton groupe tantôt. Ça me saute de où?
De quoi?
Ah non, c'est toi qui saute sur le lama.
Ouais, ouais, c'est moi. Tu veux des balles?
Non, c'est correct, on va aller en jaune avant.
En fait, c'est chiant parce que mon micro a un problème de son. Du coup, j'entends le jeu bugger à mort.
On enlève la vidéo de la Coupe du Monde, ben pas sur ton live à moins qu'il écoute ça là, mais...
Et moi la vidéo, la mienne.
Parce que ça finit par faire mal aux oreilles quand t'es en game puis que tu focus.
Viens, on va à la zone.
Ouais. Moi j'ai dans le jaune.
Oh, ça se passe pire sinon.
Tu veux faire de la duo? Ben ça va plus être de la section si tu nous rejoins parce que je vais rester un peu avec un MG Tex avec moi. Ben on fait tout de la section parce que moi je reste un peu avec un MG. Aussi coup, allez vous abonner à la chaîne de MG Tex. Allez vous abonner à lui. Ouais, section.
Toi tu bugs ou pas?
Non, moi j'ai une très bonne connexion.
Ah pas moi. Si tu peux encore la fibre et tout, c'est ça le truc.
Bon aussi ça dépend hein, parce que des fois il y a des personnes qui prennent pour tomber sur les pires joueurs qui prennent la connexion du Brésil, mais c'est eux qui perdent parce qu'ils ont une moins bonne connexion. Je sais pas si c'est ça, mais...
Après la fibre ça fait déjà plus de connexion et tout ça. Moi j'habite moi je l'aurai dans 2 la fibre.
Ok ouais.
Ah je peux pas prendre les gros trucs. Là, c'est bon.
Ah je voulais être troll.
C'est quoi ton record de kill?
Pas beaucoup hein.
Ouais.
Je suis capable d'en faire 4-5 mais...
Ah là, ça monte dans le tube.
Ouais je sais.
Je sais pas où ils vont mais... Touché.
Il est où?
Ils sont partis vers là-bas.
Où ça? Ok ouais, il y a une sniper. Ok non, on peut pas.
C'est là où tu pointes le truc ennemi, là, je sais pas quoi.
Ouais je sais mais... On snipe bah... go moi je m'en vais jaune. Hop. Top 19. J'ai quand même du bon loot. Vert, bleu.
Ok, ils sont là-bas. Il y a des gens là-bas. On prend la montagne pour les fights ou on fait les fights?
Comme tu veux. Moi, prends la montagne. Moi, je vais essayer de gérer dans le bol.
Après, je sais pas vraiment où ils sont. qui est touché. Il est blanc. Il sort de la maison. Mort. Fais gaffe, son coéquipier. Wesh, il faut un peu pour moi. Nice, mon buggy.
GG. Moi je vais prendre les plats noirs.
Viens, on fait une petite box. Non, tiens, on a pas tant de
Mais ça sert à rien si on n'est pas dans la zone.
Vas-y, viens, on va la zone pour le faire. Oh, il y a un distrib légendaire. Là.
Distrib.
Ok, lance-feu,
il y a quoi dedans?
lance-roquette ou lance-roquette. Je vais prendre lance-roquette.
C'est quoi qu'il y avait?
Lance-roquette ou le lance-breu en or là.
Ok, ouais.
Ah là là là. Il y a l'autre qui me snipe.
Ah, il est construit. Non, je le snipe. Il est pas dans la zone, il peut bien. Ah bah moi non plus, je suis pas dans la zone.
Ah, il y a une autre team. Oh, putain, je veux trop, je peux pas.
Ouais. Ben... À date, j'ai pas super faim, mais... Je sais.
Il va jouer avec nous, celui qui a dit section là. Ou duo, truc je sais pas quoi là.
Ouais, attends. Je vais l'inviter pour voir s'il rejoint.
Attends, le temps je regarde un peu la vidéo truc. La World Cup. Oh, allô? Ouais, allô?
Ouais.
La chance.
World Cup 2019.
Dire qu'il a 5... il a 3 trucs le Sky. Comme... Enfin 3 plutôt. Je crois. Ouais, 1, 2... Non, il en a 4 en fait. Con.
Moi, il dit, il m'a pas resté longtemps.
T'es fort, Drill?
Pas trop. Je me débrouille. Et toi, t'es fort?
Ça va. Bof.
Et mu?
Elman, ouais, quand même. Ça va.
Ok, merci. Oh non, j'ai le truc World Cup. Faut que je m'enlève. Ok. Tu peux pas mettre chef du groupe ou
J'entends rien. Le clic. Non, pas le clic, je suis chaud.
plaisantes? Néo ou Salty?
Salty. Je me suis abonné à ta chaîne AMG puis j'ai mis un like sur ton live.
Moi je veux envoyer un message. De 4 abonnés.
Tu peux changer de chef de groupe parce qu'on veut.
Ouais, je vais changer après. Mais attends. C'est moi chef?
Qui vient avec
C'est
moi?
toi.
Qui vient avec moi là?
Moi je vais pas au droit. Désolé. Je vais à la maison bleue moi.
Ah ok, bah je vais choper une autre maison.
Moi,
Mais si tu veux tu peux venir hein. T'as qu'à prendre la maison le haut et
non,
le
je vais prendre la maison en briques au fond.
Y a des gens?
Je sais pas.
Non. Y a personne.
J'ai 3 pompes.
Tu m'en pas ça?
Si quelqu'un veut un chasseur.
C'est qui?
Mais attends, ça dépend.
C'est AMG?
Ouais. J'ai tous les pompes. Mais je donnerai pas le pompe de guerre.
Donne-moi le chasse.
Ok. J'ai qu'un pompe, ça me saoule. Ah, j'ai le nouveau
J'ai
snipe.
du fil pour toi. J'ai du fil pour toi.
Ok. Ah ben c'est bon, j'en ai trouvé. J'ai une grosse pote.
Je vais te donner un mine. Je peux t'appeler mine.
Non mais donne-la à elle. Elle plutôt. Elle a plus besoin. Y'a pas de chine. Bah c'est bon.
Y a un pompe de pompe chasseur là. Y a un.
Moi, il y a pas d'armes dans ma maison.
Je te pingué un pompe.
Ok, thanks.
Je peux prendre la maison cassée? Enfin l'ancienne maison cassée.
Je l'ai déjà pris.
Non mais celle-là là.
Ah non non non. Ah ouais ouais.
Parce que j'ai que 2 armes en fait.
Je vais maison rouge. En brique.
Ok. Si vous avez une air,
Vous avez fait-
moi je veux bien. J'ai des splash si vous voulez.
Là, il y a une air verte. Air grise.
De quoi?
Dans la maison. Ah,
Yo, le pompe chasse vert.
dans la même maison. La maison qui est devant
La bleue?
devant la maison bleue. La maison qui est devant la maison.
Vol tactique? Ah ouais.
À côté de la fenêtre.
Il doit
Qui
être là-dedans.
stock une splash?
Moi je suis
Ben
cool.
moi j'ai déjà eu des splash. Il y a pas quelqu'un qui a une pompe chasseur ou va me donner?
Viens,
Je te
s'il
le
te plaît.
Non mais je te...
J'ai une splash. Tous les deux.
je suis full shield.
Ouais, moi il me manque...
Il y a une air là et une grosse pote. Je vais la stack.
Bon ben
Moi je stack les minis.
j'en ai 3
Les
moi.
minis.
Tiens, tu veux?
Tu me les donnes?
Ouais. On est dans les 2 zones qui arrivent. Hein.
On part looter l'autre maison.
Mais elle a été loot.
C'est là.
Ah, ça là-bas. Ouais.
AR bleu.
Personne la prend, moi je la veux bien sinon.
J'ai un sniper épique.
Y a pas quelqu'un qui a un
Tu veux le nouveau sniper? Parce que moi j'aime pas trop.
Moi.
Tiens.
Avec des balles s'il te plaît. Ah, thanks. Comme là, je sais qu'il y a un mec là-bas, mais on reçoit pas.
Sur le toit, il y a quelque chose.
Il était en haut, j'ai fait le tour.
Ah, vous êtes là pour vous. Mais attendez, moi, faut que je me trouve un pompe.
Il y a des gens à côté?
Je t'ai pingé un pompe.
Ouais, dans la maison là, je crois qu'il y avait un pompe là où tu vas. Là où tu vas.
Non. Ouais. Un pompe chasseur vert. Sur
dans
ta
la
gauche.
maison là.
Ouais, sur ta gauche avant de rentrer dans la petite pièce. Tu l'as trouvé?
Ok, ouais.
Ah, tiens, un
par
cadeau.
contre, j'ai besoin de...
Lance-le.
Ah, il le lance votre truc. Je vais le prendre. Avec le preuve.
Ouais.
Regarde les balles de roquettes.
Ah non, je vais pas.
Vas-y, si tu veux prendre,
Non.
je prends la mini si tu veux.
Non. Moi, je joue pas ça.
Roquette ou pas?
Non, j'ai pas.
Bah, je peux les mettre. Moi, j'aurais des beaux pour 30.
Du coup, t'as des balles de roquettes
Balles de roquettes, non. T'es dans la team monstre.
Y'a des gens?
Non.
Ouais, il y a un ennemi là-bas.
Où ça?
On le laisse. On ne se fait pas. Je veux que trop.
Par là.
Vous allez approcher?
J'ai perdu sa trace.
Moi, je vais au squelette. Jamais été en plus. Après, quand il est mort.
Et je crois qu'il y a un défi pour danser. Si vous l'avez fait.
Non, on peut pas casser les match. Là-bas, ça arrive en boule vers là-bas. Derrière la montagne.
Laisse-le. Oh, laisse-le. En plus, j'ai beaucoup de pink.
Ah, il y a un disque bleu si... Alors...
Quoi?
PM à rafale, des splash ou sniper. Donc si quelqu'un veut ça, hein, je lui laisse. Ah, Salty, là-bas. Là-bas, il y a des gens.
On les laisse. C'est mieux.
Et nous shoot en fait.
Si je vous tue, alors... si je vous... Attention. Là.
Un petit. Mais il y a une autre team qui nous shoot en fait.
Non, il y avait 3 mecs. Mais non.
Wesh, je vais trop. Je peux pas jouer. Ouais, très bien compris. Mais j'ai 4 en pile.
Vous voulez gagner de l'XP?
Moi non, moi je m'en
Si vous voulez qu'on se chauffe un peu, on part en fort d'empoigne.
Non, c'est bon. Correct. Du coup, moi j'ai oublié son pseudo. Chef.
Quoi?
Ouais. Raouf. Ou Driz, chef, stop. Je reviens 2 secondes, je vais demander un truc.
Le skin marshmallow est trop beau.
Le skin marshmallow.
Toi?
J'avoue.
Vous êtes en train de regarder la World Cup?
Non.
Non, je regarde pas la World Cup là. Mais tout à l'heure. Parce que moi,
Moi,
je suis en même temps.
moi, ils m'ont offert 2 tags tout à l'heure.
Quel pack?
2 tags.
Le pack quoi? C'est un abonné à Edmund.
On part à Fontaine?
Ok.
Non, on part à Lazy. C'est mieux.
Ok.
J'arrive pas.
Déjà, je bug.
Le Farid Sherifi.
C'est qui là-bas?
Non, il a une arme pour moi, mais non.
Je viens dans les maisons avec toi.
Il spawn sur un pompe.
Mais ouais, mais... Oh, le gars, je comprends pas, il passe par un coffre. C'est knock.
Ouais.
Il y a son pote qui va bientôt arriver, je pense. Je vais à la maison. Oh, j'ai un bug de truc. Son pote.
Fais gaffe, t'as un HP.
Sur toi ou pas?
Bah non, il y a personne.
J'ai plus de bulle.
Ah, il va prendre la garde de son pote puis il va aller le régénérer.
Essayez de prendre ma... Non, c'est trop tard.
Ah ouais, mais désolé, je peux pas.
Ah ouais, t'es au 30. Yo, Farid Sherifi.
Il est là, il est low.
Il est low.
Il a 20 HP. Ils sont deux. Oh quoi?
Ils sont deux, les deux sont low.
Ils ont au moins 20 HP chacun. T'as une chaîne grise?
Et l'autre derrière. Il est low lui aussi. C'est bien. Il est très low. Il réa son pote. Il réa son pote. Fais vite.
Oh
non. Non, un HP.
Il y a
Il
un
avait
HP.
4 HP. Il avait 4 HP.
Dommage. Non, il a pas de chaîne.
Ça de ton plus fort.
Et attends 2 secondes, je bois. Tu fais quoi, Driz?
Ok.
Ok. C'est pas mon frère, hein.
Tu sais comment on fait la DF ou pas? Elle mieux.
Non, je sais pas. Toi, tu l'as.
Tu pars dans la boutique d'objets, tu fais faire un cadeau, tu choisis un skin ou une danse, tu fais faire un cadeau, et ça va t'activer, ça va te faire activer la DF.
C'est, à mon avis, c'est les frères et sœurs de Edmund. Attends, je reviens, je vais rendre un truc à ma mère. 2 secondes.
Ouais. Aujourd'hui on slide là. Moi je suis pas faite pour slider là. Tu sais que quelqu'un me fait.
Non, c'est pas ça, j'en ai pas. On va donc.
Ouais.
Sale, fatal.
Non, go,
Si vous voulez jouer safe, voilà.
Non, les Dragon, j'ai un défi.
Non, mais moi je suis trop proche de fatal.
Je pense que je prends bat.
Non, mais c'est pas grave, allez-y, je vais survivre à fatal.
Ah, mais. Ah, ben attends, je vais à fatal plutôt. Viens, fatal plutôt, fatal.
Je vais essayer d'arriver. De venir.
Il y a plus de monde. Moi je préfère.
Juste mon défi et je vais.
C'est quoi ton défi?
C'est une puce avec le skill Vendetta.
Mais tu m'avais dit que t'avais pas de skin tantôt.
Non, je dis que j'avais jamais acheté. Je n'ai jamais acheté.
Oh, dans la boutique?
Oui.
Moi j'ai pas d'argent.
Moi j'en ai une.
Ok, j'ai la pompe de guerre.
J'arrive. Je vais essayer. Tout à l'heure je t'avais dit que moi je n'ai jamais fait rentrer de l'argent.
Ok, là il y a un gars ici.
J'avais juste fait les défis pour avoir le pass d'emploi gratuit de la saison 8. Et après j'ai acheté avec les mêmes des autres.
Ah, j'ai bugué, je bug trop. Franchement, il a toutes les armes du jeu déjà, c'est bon. Il a pas.
Il y a des gens qui viennent.
Il est où?
Là-dedans. Il va sortir à mon avis. Non, il va fouiller le coffre. T'as le temps. Dommage. Tu vois, il a la pompe à RPM.
Ça a même pas tiré.
sur YouTube?
Ouais. Ouais, tu sais. Ouais.
Ça fait longtemps que t'as une chaîne YouTube elle...
Quoi?
Ah,
qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
Je suis désolé, moi je dois quitter. Je dois quitter, je suis désolé. On joue après?
Ouais.
Ok.
Ciao.
Non, vas-y.
Ouais. Un jour, je vais trouver comment activer la 2F. Pourquoi tu t'accroches à mon short? À mon short?
Allez, poupou. Allez, poupou. Non, mais tu...
Poupon de chien. Il y a qui sur mon live? Allô, AMG?
Là, je suis là. Il y a un abonné il joue avec moi. Tu l'invites ou pas?
Quoi?
Il y a un
Bah
abonné
ouais.
à moi qui m'a invité. Tu veux jouer avec lui ou pas?
Bah si tu veux, on peut l'inviter.
Ok, je l'invite.
C'est quoi son pseudo?
C'est GLG 360. On va où déjà?
Ah déjà, toi t'es loin.
J'arrive.
J'ai essayé de faire des... J'ai essayé de gérer le mec qui est ou moi. Je vais venir ou toi.
Non, t'inquiète, t'inquiète.
JL, l'ai mis KO.
Ok, bien joué.
Il était pas fort, je crois que c'était un abo.
Ah ouais, on est là, on est là.
C'était un stream hack.
Viens, on va lonely.
Je sais qu'il y avait un stream hack sur moi.
Ah ouais, il y a des gens.
Mais j'ai fait le premier kill de la game facile. Ok. Ok, il y a un mec sur moi.
Ouais, attends 2 secondes. Mais j'ai pas d'arme dans tous les cas, je vais mourir. Ah mais c'est bon, j'ai trouvé un
moi,
pont.
je suis dead. Viens m'aider s'il te plaît.
Comme de par hasard.
102.
Ah, attends, j'ai pas de bulle.
On s'en panique. Toi, pourquoi t'as autant des pompes de garde? T'as de la chance.
Ah, j'ai pas de construit. Mais tu regardes moi vs lui.
Bah, j'ai fait un kill.
Ouais, ça va. Ça va. Non, je suis pas pro. Hein. Je suis nul.
Mais y a-tu vraiment quelqu'un sur ton live?
Plus de 3 3 abonnés.
Plus que 3 abonnés, puis t'as quoi?
Et j'en ai 20.
GG.
Ouais, viens si tu veux, Mizo Mine. Mizo Ni. Ouais, viens si tu veux, Mizo Mine. Ok. Camina.
Allô?
Ouais.
Il parle pas. Yo, il y a le skin de la World Cup.
C'est comme le nom de ma chaîne. A-L-G. Je te l'écris, attends. Tiré du bas. Hop là.
Derrière de mondial. Dans la nouvelle boutique. Le tartare dans la tempête.
Ok, mais c'est bon, j'ai accepté.
Je m'appelle Anna. Yo, je suis la sœur de Raouf Mec, ça va? Je m'appelle Anna. Go 35 à bout. Mais j'ai même pas les 30.
Pour moi, elle m'a écrit 20 et toi, t'as écrit 5.
Mais j'ai genre même pas les 30 à bout.
Mais si, tu les as les 30. On va là? Ah ouais, je t'invite dessus.
Ok, on va aller là-bas, même si je suis loin, mais... J'ai même pas 30 à bout.
Merci. Mais... Attends, je spot et...
28 abonnés.
Ah,
t'as 31 abos. Non, j'ai pas 31 abos. Je crois pas. Moi, ça me dit j'ai 28 abonnés.
Regarde, il y a un gars au-dessus de ton dos.
On va vérifier. Ouais, j'ai vérifié, mais moi, ça me dit pas que j'en ai autant.
Non, c'est pas grave.
Bon, calme-toi avec tes balles, toi.
Ah, j'ai mon doigt qui me gratte. T'as besoin d'aide?
Moi, ouais.
Ok, j'arrive.
Ok, ouais, le mec, il est low, venez m'aider. Il est low, t'as 31 abos. Je vais aller vérifier une dernière fois, mais moi, je vous dis que j'en ai pas 31, putain.
Il est où?
Moi, ça me dit j'en ai 31. 28.
D'accord, je sais pas où il est.
J'en ai 28.
Ça se fait pas ce qu'elle fait. Et d'abord pour et son frère il va pas savoir. Non, s'il te plaît, te désabonne pas pour moi.
Moi, j'y crois pas en les 31.
Par contre, j'ai un problème de sensi, je crois. J'ai une fille, je me vois au garçon. Mais il est où?
Bah, il est dans ton bac. Je crois que c'est lui qui me kill. Oh, GG.
Mais 3 4v1. 4v1. J'ai plus construit. What? Mais je bug trop, En plus, ils prennent à 4. C'est pas vrai, tu n'es pas des abos, j'ai toujours 17.
Oh, il y a un chevalier noir.
Nixo, Nîmes, si tu veux, je te mets chef du groupe, si tu peux. Si tu veux. Danse si tu veux.
Vous êtes chanceux, vous, j'avais les danses I Love Munch. Moi, j'avais pas de VB.
Comment je t'ai arnaqué? C'est mort. Ok. Mais ils sont tous abonnés ici. Ouf. Salut. Danse si t'es abonné à ma chaîne. Je ne vous entends pas.
Il y a une personne sur mon live.
Il ne nous entend pas. Sur le truc.
Non, t'as 31, j'avoue, je te le jure. Je te le dis, on est 31.
Tu me fais peut-être plus? Non? JLG, t'es là? Ouais, tu parles pas? JLG, t'es là?
Je vais tout mettre au tempo.
Je comprends.
Il y a personne qui m'a suivi, fait que moi je suis full mal. Bon, bah moi je vais me faire de la solo vs squad. Hein.
Go top 0.
Top 0, oui, tu l'as dit. Moi aussi sur mon chat il y a écrit Go top 0. C'est Raouf mec, hein.
Ouais, c'est Raouf.
Bah, la sœur.
Ok, je suis mort. J'arrive, Raouf.
Allez, essaie de le gérer, go, go, go.
Et voilà, j'ai pris. Comme d'habitude. Arrête de dire ça. Il n'y a pas de top 0. Top 98, mais pas top 0.
Oui, top 0, c'est pas mal. Non, t'inquiète, moi je vais faire top 1. Je modifie un petit peu les constructions. Hop, voilà.
Mais je pense que c'est parce que j'ai la World Cup qu'on bug. Et moi je suis planqué.
Oublie ça, hein. Je peux pas venir. Peut-être votre poteau il peut venir, hein, mais pas moi.
Je peux rien, je peux. Si on finit, c'est pas grave.
Bah c'est pas grave, hein, vous devrez me regarder.
2, 1, je suis mort. Il était juste à côté.
Ouais, bientôt.
T'as de la chance, toi, y a personne, toi.
Bah c'est sûr, j'étais loin de vous. Hein.
Par contre, on va dans les endroits paumés, mais il y a tout le temps du monde. C'est logique. Ouais, dommage. Mais aussi, pas d'armes.
J'essaie de venir chercher la carte de quelques personnes, mais j'ai rien. Genre peut-être AMG pilote, mais c'est impossible, il est mort.
Essaye de prendre une autre carte.
Non, je prends une carte de me voir.
Si tu peux. Hein.
Ben, j'essaie de prendre les deux cartes.
Dis-le pas à ta gauche. Ouais, à gauche plutôt. Ah, c'est mort en ligne.
C'est mort. Il y a un mec devant moi, ça. C'est mort. Clairement. À moins que je le bute. Je l'ai fait tomber. Oh non, mais il y a des putains de planeurs.
Je sais qu'il a 156 abos.
C'est possible,
165 même.
Désolé.
166 plutôt quand même. Reviens, te saute. C'est pas possible, il a encore qu'on est tous morts.
Ben non, moi je suis encore en vie.
Ouais, toi. T'as qu'à lui dire, Raph, il est dans le live. Enfin, je crois qu'il est dans le live.
Bon, ben, bye tout le monde, j'arrête le live. Je vais arrêter la diffusion. Voilà.
Tu vois, il est là. T'as qu'à lui demander. Je reviens 2 secondes. Après, si ça te dit danse, si ça te dit autre danse, celle-là. Ah bah voilà. Un pigeon. Si t'as la DEF, la danse, la danse, la danse boogie down. Ok, c'est pas grave. Vous voulez faire quoi? Moving, des fights, Tu parles j'ai...
Allô?
Ouais, tu parles. Pourquoi tu parlais pas? Du coup, ah, c'est la truc. Je sais pas quoi là, comment ça s'appelle. Ouais, voilà. dans une zone. Wow. Ah, des fois je peux pas bouger. Ouais. Ouais. Les armes que je déteste. Il y en a que je déteste, il y en a que j'aime bien. Ouais, je vous ai tout. Ouais, vous ai tout. Ouais, ah ouais, c'est le rafale. Ouais, je peux pas prendre le quoi. J'ai vraiment pas de joystick. Ah, je peux pas avec toi, s'il te plaît. Ah ouais, mais t'es tout là. Non, je croyais que t'étais là, GL. T'es mort au début? Mais attends, j'ai un problème de joystick. Des fois je tourne vite, des fois je tourne à 2 à l'heure. Ah non, je peux pas les trucs. Ah. Ok. Là c'est peut-être bon. J'ai 20 minutes. J'ai pas 2 minutes. Waouh. On assiste au BF. Pas le droit de tirer. À part s'il me tire dessus. Voilà le BF. Je suis pas avatar. Je ne vois pas de quoi vous parlez. Non. Il t'a tué à la pioche? Ah non, Shadow. Bah non. Loupé. C'est bon, ok, j'ai compris. Laisse-moi recharger ma carabine, s'il te plaît. Il s'est suicidé. Le pire, c'est que j'ai 0 kill et je fais top 1. Je mérite pas du tout le top 1, en vrai. Vous êtes où là les enfants? Moi je vais jouer au no-scope hein. Eh oh, calmez-vous. C'est moi qui vais jouer au no-scope. Ah d'accord. Ouais, je bug. Il y en a un que je sais pas où il est et l'autre oui. Oh le bâtard. Wesh, t'es où? Oh, je te voyais pas. Oh, je l'ai foutu une tête.
Oh bah GG hein.
GG.
Normalement la première victoire ça va faire une
Là j'ai un monstre faible. C'est juste le sniper, je préfère Twitter. Je vais toujours prendre une des joysticks. Tiens, j'ai un message. Voilà.
Non, j'avais dit
pourquoi tu l'as... y a Raouf, il m'a demandé si tu... Pourquoi tu...
T'as dit quoi?
Non, je parle pas à toi, t'inquiète. Je parle à Mixi plutôt.
Trop fort.
Je l'ai fait tomber sans faire exprès, je voulais le shoot. Ah mais fallait me dire que vous étiez dans le blanc les deux. Ah ouais. What? Et pour moi j'étais dans ma constru. GG quand même. Ah, je sais pas pourquoi tu l'as eu fort. Ok. Oh non, pas cette... Par contre, avec les joysticks, il veut trop. Non, arrêtez le live. Oh mec, attends, pourquoi... Mais pourquoi je peux pas placer le piège? Allez, vas-y. Mais c'est bon, mais mon piège il met 4 ans à se placer. Devant, mais le... Attends, par contre, je comprends pas. J'ai appuyé 15 fois pour mettre un piège et c'est toujours pas bien.
En fait, c'est moi qui
Par contre, ton micro, GL, tu peux... voilà quoi. Essayer d'arrêter le vent. Ah, j'ai bug de le live, on le voit plus. Super sympa. Ouais, demain je live, mais vers 17h, je sais pas quelle heure, je sais pas combien. Je sais pas, vers vers 3h, 4h, je sais pas. Ah, tu parles pas à moi? Je vais sûrement live demain. Ouais, je vous ai tout. Les gars? Allô? Pourquoi je les entends plus? Et pourquoi il faille... Attends, il faille... C'est bon. Oh, mais je bug à mort. Oh, il joue quoi? Ouais, c'est un comment? Oh, waouh. Ok, je suis mort. Mais pourquoi? D'accord. Mais c'est bon, je bug trop. Putain. Pourquoi Minox t'as pas de micro? Enfin Minoxime. Oh, t'as fait tomber mec, t'as eu que de la chance. Le fight. Voilà. Oh là là. Oh là là, le piège. Ouais, GG. T'as pas de micro, Mixonime. GL, pourquoi des fois tu te mutes et des fois non? Ouais. Fais du parcours. C'est vraiment un problème, je vois jamais. Ah ok, désolé. Car ma manette est brisée, donc je peux pas. Ah, ok. Mon shoot. Tu sais pas, je... Au revoir. J'avais pas envie de jouer contre... Ouah, le laser que tu mets. Ah ouais, mais putain, j'ai l'infanterie. C'est pas la même chose. Nice. 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 Pour du brave là, non? Tu vas mourir la zone là? Wesh, il fait quoi? Pourquoi on achète mouton? Pourquoi tu dis ça? Quoi? GG. Hein, Raouf, pourquoi tu dis qu'on achète mouton? Mais il parle ou pas? Ouais, ça va, de temps en temps. Et moi? Bah, aussi moi. Ah ouais, c'est pas bête ce que tu viens de dire, Raouf. Je vous laisse vous fight. Ça, moi, je profite pour après. Voilà, piège. Elle a frôlé sa balle. Wow. On achète un mouton pour le Ah, pour manger. Wow, 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 il a pris 3 têtes. Miam, miam. Wesh, il est où? Ouais, je peux pas changer. Oh mais fou, ça me fait tout le temps. Je suis derrière ma construit et pour toi tu me vois. C'est nul. Il devrait corriger le bug. Il a 2 mètres de 3. Piège, piège, piège. Le trap. Mais comprends, mec, t'as un levage, mec, j'ai mis 3 têtes à 25 balles dans le blanc. Time team. Parce que si on a une, je sais pas comment tu fais pour parler avec tes potes. Avec les gens de team. De quoi? Non, je parle à l'autre. C'est normal que tu peux pas trop. Peux-tu redémarrer pour le voir? Ouais, je fais ça juste après, alors après la partie. Arrête de faille, mec, t'as un problème. Non, je parle avec mon iPad sur l'appli Xbox. Ah, ok. Mais t'en as une team? Tu me diras oui ou non après le fight. Ah, il manque plus que toi. Wow, je bug. ouais, c'est vrai, ça me bloque ça. Waouh. Vas-y, viens. Ouais, je bug. S'il te plaît, même... Ok, ok, si tu veux, attends. Je te le fais tout de suite. Attends, pas les 2 secondes. C'est bon, t'es modo. Dommage. Bon, je relance le live, les gars.